This podcast is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
It is amazing, like, how far just not only how we fish has come, but just, like, look at finesse smallmouth fishing. Like, largemouth fishing's changed, but it hasn't changed, like, smallmouth fishing.
More so down south. Like, up north here, it's still pretty standard. Like, you don't...
For large, yeah.
Right.
Yes.
But for smallmouth, yeah, that's changed almost like...
The amount, like, we've gotten so much gayer, so much cuter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to.
Totally. And I think it's because they're more exposed to the newer technology. They have less places
Right, they're not...
to hide. They have the bottom and behind the rock.
Yep, they're not tucking into grass nearly as often. I mean, certain lakes, but...
But not, like, in it.
No.
Not, like, they,
Yeah,
not
they're
like
using...
a largemouth. You ain't... I mean,
They're
there's
using
gonna be plenty of
edges.
listeners and be like, I flip for smallmouth, and I believe you,
Right.
okay? That's not what I'm saying. But...
95% of smallmouth are, like,
Yeah.
using sand and rock and maybe some grass clumps or sparse grass or whatever.
But it is amazing. I feel like I'm as good as I've ever been. And everybody might even be 5% better than that. Now,
Yeah,
you
dude,
know
it's
what
easy
I
to
mean?
feel behind. One day you feel like you're king of the world, you know, and then the next day it's like, oh, man, I'm way behind. You know, it's just constantly up and down like that.
Yeah, or else they just eat a jigworm all day.
Mm-hmm.
And you win, and you qualify for the Champions Tour.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, dude. Formally on the record, hey.
Thank you.
Hell of an accomplishment against a hell of a group of guys that day.
Yeah, 100%.
And, you know, obviously Coronas holds a real soft, special place in my heart. And I guess I remember Fisher's-Men Legacy days. I was taking, like, third place in a Fisher's-Men Legacy out there one time. And I was pissed because we had, like, just shy of 19 pounds or whatever. And it's like... It's crazy how far I've come since then, but then I look at you, bro.
Yeah.
And I remember watching you. I remember getting a bloody nose at a sports show doing a seminar, and you and your dad were like the only ones there besides this other guy and his girlfriend.
Right.
You know what I mean? And do you remember that day we fished with Jet?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Early
Skipping
June.
docks.
Yep.
We
That was like
caught,
the next
100
summer.
fish that day. Yeah. But dude, you were like the epitome of just so obsessed with it.
Mm-hmm.
And to see how far you've taken it
Yeah, dude. Like,
is pretty impressive, dude. So just I wanted to congratulate you on the
Thank
record formally and just let you know I'm freaking proud of you, bro.
yeah, dude. Thank you very much. And like, you had such a big role in that, especially early, but I mean, still to this day. But like, that day we met, you know, really have my dad to thank because that was, I didn't really know who you were, and my dad had read about you in the paper from, you know, your involvement with, you know, your bass club through UMD, I think, when you were kind of getting, you know, not that it was a big club, but anyway.
Hayden's one of those kids who had good parents.
Yeah, dude, they're awesome.
Great people.
But, so he's like, yeah, it's that Aaron Teal hut. You know that I showed you that thing in the paper the one day? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, but he's like, come on, let's go in here and see what's going on. It looks like he's doing a seminar. And yeah, we walk in, there's nothing really going on, you know, and, it was just quiet. And then we end up talking to you for like an hour.
Do you remember if I did the seminar or if we just kind of did?
I don't
skip the seminar.
I think,
I'm like, yo, sorry, my nose bled.
Right.
I'm not a Coke addict. Like, just the hair's really freaking dry in here.
It was bad. But I think we just you had a whole PowerPoint and everything set up. I think you were maybe starting to go through it, but then it was kind of just like, yeah, let's just make this. We just started talking fishing after that. And then, we went fishing later that summer. And yeah, you kind of like, I'd always had the fire and loved fishing. And it was definitely starting to steer towards bass fishing at that point. Because I was probably, freshman or sophomore in high school at the time. And yeah, it was like after we met and then exchanged numbers and stayed in touch, you know, you were always kind of just my guy that I would reach out to with questions. Like I finally had somebody who I was like, you know, he's a professional, you know, like, right. And now it's like, you know, but at the time, like in my eyes, you were a pro, and you know what I mean, and still are in my eyes, you know. So it's like I always had somebody.
Then
I had somebody to like finally reach out to that I like would have the answers to my questions, and probably just bugged the hell out of you growing up, but
not by recollection. For what
okay,
it's
well
worth.
that's good. But I mean, I remember like I would text you just like questions that probably just seem so novice now, but anyway.
I don't remember any of that. I just no.
Yeah, well, I do, and you always reply and give me a good answer and something to go try that next weekend on whatever lake, you know, and so I always remember that kind of stuff. And but anyway, where I was going with all that is like, you kind of helped really light the fire for me to like grow, I guess, as an angler and actually get some experience, and then led me to meet all these other people, kind of, because like without me and you meeting, I don't know, the odds of me joining my first bass club or, you know, kind of branching out and meeting all these other people, which have led to all these other opportunities, probably wouldn't have happened. So thank you.
Thank you too, bro. And I guess I'm not going to take all the credit for that. I mean, you had the passion, you had the drive, and I guess if you wouldn't have found me, I think you would have found someone. But it was cool for me because it was rare at the time to find, you know, somebody young who was really into it like me.
Right, especially in northern Minnesota.
And I was happy to help you. I mean, I never thought you'd come into my backyard and start whooping my ass, right? So it was a no-brainer for me. I'm like, this kid's going to start whooping up in Wisconsin. I don't got to worry about him. And then next thing I know, it's like, sup? At takeoff, right? And,
right, fishing against each other for the last 6, 7, 8 years probably. So
only joking, bro, but it just goes to show like mentorship is important. Like, and
it
like
is.
There's people who did that for me as well, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today without, you know, Nick Gross, Tony Hatton, Doug Petrak, Mike Heinen, Sean Haig. I mean, it's very blessed, very fortunate.
And I remember,
and even more mentors, you know, along the way. But like those guys, if without those guys, I wouldn't have had the bug. I wouldn't be where I'm at today,
right.
You know?
And I remember you mentioning many of those names from like pretty much the first couple of times we ever went fishing. You know, I learned this from so and so, or I learned this from so and so, or like, oh, my buddy, you know, like you always
crazy.
Yeah,
like I have like something I've learned from each of those guys, and like. You know, I was talking to Walls the other day about how lethal, like, an unpegged Texas rig craw tube used to be. And, like, Nick Gross used to sit in the back of Doug Petrak's boat and mop up, right? And then
dude,
Doug moved to Kentucky. And then Nick's doing it in front of the boat. I'm having to jig worm behind him in the back of the boat, but learning and really gaining confidence in that. And I remember I had second in the junior state tournament. Just
unpegged craw tube.
Unpegged craw tube, tough Metro Lake, just shaking an unpegged craw tube around all freaking day, bro.
That was so, and you locked that in my hand. Probably the first couple of tournaments that we ever.
You throw the craw tube,
dude. And like that's like for a solid probably 5 years was like #1 go-to confidence largemouth technique and smallmouth on a lot of lakes. Like you caught a lot of big smallmouth doing that.
Yeah,
you know? And like now, like right, like I just like I hardly ever do that, but every once in a while I'm like, man. 1/4 ounce or 3/16 tungsten sliding, you know, unpegged craw tube, just green pumpkin was always what I would use, and it was like, it caught them everywhere.
And like that's how
I'm sure it still does.
A craw tube, but then like a lot of people never fish it that way, and it's 5/8, 3/4, half, pegged, braid, flipping, right? Yeah. And it was like, I didn't learn to fish a craw tube that way, so like I thought everybody fished it, maybe like me, but like. Turns out nobody did, right? And like I'd flip it, it'd be a 1/2 ounce jig, and if they didn't eat my 1/2 ounce jig, it was a 1/4 or 5/16 craw tube, and if they didn't eat that, and we were fishing deeper than 8 to 10 feet, it was a jig worm, and if it was shallower, it was a wacky Senko.
Yeah,
and that was like I didn't deviate like
well, and dude, think about how
back in the day, dude.
Think about how many days we have where we're probably like spinning out. Throwing all of the stuff that we like think we should be throwing, and like if you just were to resort back to that, you'd probably could probably do pretty dang good on a lot of different lakes.
I think most lakes you could. It's just a matter of I usually like to start there for largemouth between you and me.
Yeah, right.
And then I've got
try to keep like largemouth.
I like to start with 3-4 things like
it's nice to start
a tube
simple
and
for
a
sure.
craw tube and a jig. It is, isn't it? Crushed it. Oh my gosh. Just picked up this new jerk bait. Oh gosh, from Thorne Brothers. Some Matatachi. Need a smell. And it is the MVP lure today. Oh my goodness. Just absolute units. And it's fall now, baby. And if you don't have a jerkbait on the deck, I don't know what to tell you, but this one here, Natatachi Hanitas Minnow, you can see those wings there, and that actually will change the diving depth of the jerkbait. So we've been fishing a few different depths today, and it's just awesome. You can adjust it real time. But the biggest thing is, not only is this bait innovative, but it's trigger and bites better than anything else we're throwing today. And this is a beautiful smallmouth. Let's get it back in the water. Thank you, Thorne Brothers. Whoa. Thank you, Matatachi. Let's get another one. And a jigworm and a Senko, like you start there, and then it's like I kind of have 5 other rods.
Yep.
That
right.
They're being
on just your standard,
gay, you know.
Right.
You get gay with
yeah,
them.
then you gotta start drop shotting or doing, you know, which that's pretty standard nowadays too. But
hey,
very standard. But.
Real quick, I brought some Japanese snacks back. Do you want your life to change? Have you ever had a Japanese Kit Kat, a strawberry one?
Never.
Is it palatable for you right
now?
now?
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, that sounds.
You need
good.
to put that in your mouth, bro.
Okay.
I'm just gonna change your life. So
heard it here first.
Yeah, strawberry Kit Kats from
Dude,
Japan.
it smells
not gonna lie,
good.
Like,
yeah, that's good. Like,
it doesn't taste that unhealthy, does it?
Because it tastes like real strawberries, kind of.
It does. It does. It's like, holy fuck, these are pretty good.
Yeah, you learned it on Teal's Bass Galaxy. These strawberry Kit Kats are actually good for you.
I brought some to Thorne the other day and restocked some of them witch shads, and they're like, holy shit, we need like a bowl of these. If you spend, $30, you get a strawberry Kit Kat. So now I gotta like talk to the guys I met in Japan about the strawberry Kit Kat.
Strawberry Kit Kat rebate.
Yeah, no, you heard it here first. If you want your life to change for the better, get yourself a strawberry Kit Kat, which honestly you're gonna have to fly to Japan to get them. I don't even think you can ship them here. So
or mug you.
Yeah, no, or mug this house. I'm packing heat, just so you know.
That's right.
Yeah, I got the fucking heater inside. Speaking of which, I would like to make a public service announcement to all the single women out there, and single men, and married women, and married men, and children, and all people who like hot water in their life. Hayden actually fixed my water heater today.
We did.
We think.
Against all odds. Yeah, it was warming up when I went to go wash my hands a little bit ago. So
he grabbed this bottle of Cox juice and fixed the water heater.
Yeah, against all odds. That thing's ancient.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks like we got it on the run. So
damn right, dude.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, bro.
Hot water.
Cheers, dude. Take cold showers and they suck.
Yeah, no, you don't like it's.
They're quick.
Okay, once in a while in the summer and you got like sunburn, it's like, okay, let's take maybe not a cold shower, but like something that would be probably considered cold, but it's like, all right, just like a room temperature shower when you got sunburn is like, that's nice.
Well, cold plunges are becoming mainstream. Did you know that?
Thanks to Joe Rogan.
Thanks, Joe Rogan.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Joseph Rogan. Joseph John. I wonder what his middle name is. What's your middle name, Hayden? I don't know.
Michael.
Hayden Michael Anderson.
After my mom's brother passed away when he was, I want to say about my age, 26, I think, if I remember right. So
Mine's Charles, after my grandpa.
Not Ray Charles.
Well, that was Dane's first one of
I
the
know.
first fucking two rods in there, man. That's a great rod name.
Dude,
like Ray
amazing.
Charles,
we gotta bring
and
that back.
Stevie Wonder. Like how many blind bass fishermen are you going to piss off with that name? Like, let's be honest. Do we really need to worry about political correctness?
Well, no. There needs to be less of that in today's world. We need a lot less political correctness.
All due respect, Ray Charles was a legend, okay?
Yeah, you're just
and
honoring
this is a
him.
legendary rod. And Ray Charles, I got to imagine his other senses were elevated.
Oh, 100%.
You can't tell me he couldn't feel like this piece of wood better than I could. I
Right.
guarantee you he could.
Yeah.
You can't tell me he couldn't smell the
He'd tell you
roses
how old
from
it
an
is.
extra 100 yards away.
100%. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, as soon as something goes down, you got to rely way more on your other senses that are still functioning.
You can't tell me he couldn't pick up a quiet bass line on a track before you. You know he could. He's going to hear it first.
Mm-hmm.
But a deer crossing the road, you're going to beat him every time in that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but he might beat you in the other four categories. So, like in a series, we're going to lose in a series of senses to a guy like Ray Charles or Stevie Wonder. We can only realistically probably do one thing better than them, sense-wise. But as far as activities, we can drive, we can, do a lot of practice.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway, yeah.
Right. So yeah, great. I think we got to bring that back and
And
do
I
a
think
permanent lineup of Vocelka rods.
And I think big business should really look at the Japanese culture's business model with their Kit Kats and maybe replicate that stateside like they did the Bronco Bug and, some of the other cool baits we've seen.
Shots fired.
No, friendly shots, dude. The Bronco Bug's actually
It is nice.
it's not different. It's different. Like Bronco Bugs ain't a direct copy. It's like no, we want
for the naked eye, it totally is. Like you would think, right? Similar.
It's more durable.
but-
There's slightly less action. It's that simple. And to me, they were just trying to fix that problem.
Yeah.
And the flux skill. Everybody is saying like the Berkeley flux skill's copying.
Dude, I don't know what
another
that's
bait.
copying.
Bro, I thought they did a pretty.
I think
for
it's
Berkeley.
awesome. Pretty excited to
They
try
did a
fishing
pretty
those
good
next
job.
year.
Yeah,
I think it looks like a cool bait, and I mean yeah, it does. I've never seen anything, and you would know if there was something Japanese, like if there was like a bait that it was directly knocking off.
What I will say is no, and the Japanese are probably closer to knocking off the shit than Americans, and they're like Japanese. They do a real there's actually a lot of gill baits out there, as you know.
Right, that's definitely become way bigger. It seems like last 5 or so years.
100%. Yeah, the gill bait thing, like everybody knows the one bait that's popular over here, right? Like if you say gill bait,
Bellows
people
gill.
know about the bellows gill. That's it. You say gravity bait, it might say cover scatter Yamatanuki. That's it.
Yeah.
If you say minnow, they might say Sakamata shad and Z2. That's it.
Right.
But like there's a big vast world out there to uncover. Oh, so I got to rig up trebles on that blade I'm excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, dude, it's best time of the year to be fishing.
I'm just a bit
This in spring, but
I don't know if we can get Mars and Venus in one day. I know Chappie said he's going to Mars Sunday.
I was talking to him a little bit ago. I was like,
I was
I think we're
thinking,
gonna. I was like, I think it sounded like we maybe were gonna go there tomorrow.
I mean, I'm thinking that's probably the day to go there.
I mean, yeah.
And then,
But I mean, how far is it from the next lake? Landing to
20
landing.
minutes.
Oh, that's not bad.
15, 20.
So yeah, if we got a bail.
Yeah. We don't need to go to a new solar system or anything.
No.
Still in the Milky Way galaxy.
Correct. Yeah, feel it out. I mean, we do that all the time where it's like, go somewhere that you kind of go with your, what has like the higher ceiling for like bigger fish maybe. So
Yeah.
you start with that, a little more high risk, high reward type of thing. But it's like, all right, if it ain't going, it's like we only got so many hours in the day.
Right.
Let's, and like work full time, you don't have, you get 2 days, man. Like,
Right.
you make the most of those 2 days. And like nowadays we don't, or like this time of year, you don't have time to go after work anymore. So
No, you don't. And I'm just curious, like, for me, it was, first time I went, like, the Witch Rizu from YG Labo, literally, and I've been whacking them on a steer ride, but it outfished a steer ride. It outfished a mooch minnow. It outfished a high roll. It outfished a Sakamata. everything I threw, and it was in this color pattern, right? Which I think,
perchy.
Yeah, in lakes down here where we're at, like perch is for whatever reason when you're mimicking like the IU colored spark shad was my go-to
good color.
swimmer. Nipper taught me that, and I've been throwing the 4-inch one, and then that 3-inch one kind of became my go-to. But you tear it up and like, but I don't know, dude. First it was the Rizu, and I just then it was a swimmer and that jerk bait, and I haven't been back since. Then I left for Japan. So
what were water temps at that time?
Water temps were high 40s, low, so they're quite a bit different. And they weren't eating metal yet.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a metal day tomorrow. I know that for a fact. It's just what else can I catch a bass on?
Right.
I know it's going to be a metal day, and I know I'm going to mess them up on a whip shad reel in this perch
such
pattern.
a fun bite to do. Like, blade bait's really, really fun, but even no matter how good you are at, keeping up with sharp trebles and braided split rings and all this and that, there are days where it's still you're not catching as many as you are with a single hook bait. So if you got something that's going with a single hook, you're putting them all on the boat for the most part. So
yeah.
If you can, the blade bait's fun. It's really fun. It's like fishing a jerk bait on the bottom, essentially, is how I kind of would, I don't know.
I just
explain it
remember
to somebody who's never done it, but
I gave one of these to Hayes Baldwin on Mille Lacs, and like he was up 4-0 on me in the first.
That's cool.
Whatever.
I can see why
one big one.
I can see why that bait works really good for that technique, because that tail is so flexible. So like the slowest of speeds, it's gonna do what it needs to do.
Rudder, so it's not too aggressive. You're not gonna. It's just it's like a more realistic spark shad, and it's more durable.
Oh yeah, I would like feeling this. This is the Rizu.
Yeah,
This
soft and durable.
Well, and you can tell it's just like a.
It's like a super fish roller fucked a Sakamata shad, and then like
totally
Masa. So the owner of YG Labo, like this Wakasaki color, he spent 6 months.
And this is the new one.
Yes,
color.
He spent 6 months on that color, dude. And like you aren't gonna get a finish like that on a bait. And like when you're holding this up, just like the perch one, like you don't get a finish on a bait like that. No. And when you gotta work the bait slow, or they're small, like smallmouth can see, dude.
Yeah.
But the big thing is like usually them realistic baits, like it's China made, not hand poured, and and the action isn't thought about whatsoever. There's that notch on the
top for the
jig
head.
For your ball head, so you rig it right through the forehead like that. And I mean, it's got a steady roll. I would say it's got a better tail flicker, softer, better tail flicker than a fish roller, and a little more steady roll than a sock. Like it won't over roll. Like it won't.
Like it's not going to do that same twitch twice.
It's the perfect flicker and flash.
Like I know, like when you watch like a lot of underwater videos with a lot of rolling baits, it'll like twitch, but it'll like do a complete roll.
Yeah, it's upside down. It's like
upside down, it rolls all the way over.
All the American minnow companies that copied Japan ones, I've noticed in all their underwater videos, that fucker's upside down.
It's like you get like two, and then all of a sudden it's like a complete barrel roll.
Yeah, dude. And I was so pissed. I got some of them 6 cents. Well, I still got all of them. The freaking
strobe or something, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's a freaking. I had so much line twists after the first cast. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, enough of that.
It made so much sense to me. But what's been hot for you lately? I know, like, we haven't got to talk too much, but you've been out and like on the bay and stuff. Is it kind of same old? And then
same old for there. And I've only been there. Just was last Saturday was the only time I've been out there this whole fall. Been spending a lot more time on the big pond, really.
Yeah.
And then some inland lakes by our place that you've been to with me. But yeah, I mean, it's been, it was like all summer. It was pretty hard to get bit on a minnow, but like all of a sudden temps start dropping, this fall rolls around, and it's like they kind of totally forgot about that they're not supposed to bite that. And now they're like, oh yeah, there's a bait fish. And they went really hard on a minnow again this fall.
Did you notice that was more of a water temp thing or like September? Like I noticed it was still warm. Like still, like maybe there was a drop, but it wasn't like significant enough for me to say like fall's here. and they were eating them.
Yeah, because it was a really slow cool off this year.
Yeah, it was Indian summer as hell. But like it seemed like they were on a minnow.
Well, it seemed like we did have a somewhat of a cold front right at the end of September that like got the water at least below 70. So once it seemed like it was below 70, and then as it slowly kind of creeped colder, the minnow bite just picked up. And I mean, literally last weekend, JP and I were out on a little lake, 43-degree water.
Still catching them on it.
30 feet of water. You hang a minnow below the boat, and they'd come up 10 feet and bite it right below the trolling motor.
I think that's something important to talk about because, like, there's transition between minnows. Like, we talked about them switching to a minnow.
Yep.
What about them switching from shaking it above them to a tight line, gussy style?
There is, yes,
moping
that, and
minnow.
that's...
And what water temp is that switch in your mind?
I don't know if there's an exact water temp.
General.
Yeah, I mean...
You got it within 5 degrees.
Below 50, maybe.
Yeah.
I
that
think.
would be my guess.
Because, like, yeah, anything that was above 50, it seemed like you could get them either way still.
Well, low 50s is magic A-rig and strolling time.
Right.
Like, it's good for that
Right.
deal.
But I definitely have noticed, like, I mean, I haven't really messed with the rolling minnows in a while. You know, the last 3 weeks, call it.
Haven't had to.
Haven't, because you haven't had to. You can super glue a minnow onto a smeltinator, and you're good to go for, you know, at least half the day, depending on how many fish you catch. Eventually, you swap out, but it, you know, I mean, it like, yeah, just kind of a straight retrieve, no shaking it.
You notice
style minnow.
if you shake it, they don't like that when it gets a certain degree. Or
like rolling or like shaking? Because like if I'm doing
if you're on a
smeltinator,
smeltinator and like
I don't
then
even
it's
really
a tail shake, right? Like,
yeah, but I don't even
there's
most
a
of the
way
time
you rig it to make it roll,
Yeah.
and then there's like shaking it to just make the tail quiver. Like if you don't
Yeah,
have a loop
if I'm
knot
doing
on
that,
your-
if I got a smeltinator on and just a fluke minnow, like I'm not really ever even shaking it.
Right.
Unless you figure it out that day, that's what triggers them into biting. But for the most part, it's just going to be a straight retrieve. If you got one, a little nugget that I was hesitant to share, but like if you got one following, trailing, and you're running out of real estate, you give it one little like boom, one quick shake, and then they're either going to dart away, they hate it, they're gone, or a half second later, thunk.
Hayden, I appreciate keeping your secrets, but at the same time,
I mean, it's not like
there's-
earth-shattering information.
Well, cold
but
water tackle sales just aren't good enough in general, and like there ain't enough people who are going to listen and actually do it anyway. So like the
Right.
real ones will. It's kind of like Noah's willing to talk about a glide because he knows like takes a real one. To
Well,
throw
and,
it.
you know,
Right.
most of you pansies already put your boat away. so-
Exactly. Most of you pansies are maybe even in a deer stand right now, just depressed because you got squirrels running around your head making love in a tree somewhere. But,
and you're thinking about fishing.
But like, dude, that's like honestly, I don't mind giving up the fall squeeze. Like, I'm not, like if we're talking, you know, dice style like that. Like, no,
Right.
I'm gonna be like that's middle of tournament season,
Yeah.
right? But like
right.
when
Yeah,
it gets
no.
cold, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
It's,
what kind of like they're gonna need a scent and jerk shot out there because the only other pressure you need to worry about is Damian Harrison, this guy, and this. Like,
right. Yeah, there's like it's like a half a dozen guys. You're like, and most
as long
of the time
as they don't listen,
And-
we're gonna be fine.
yeah, they won't listen, right? Yeah, and then most of the time we're all fishing together anyway, so it's like, yeah.
Well, I need you to give up some, so I don't have to give
yeah.
up all of mine, right?
Yeah. Well,
But-
hey, that's just a tip for any time of year, really, when you're doing like a, you know, because like certain lakes, you don't have to throw, you know, a rolling minnow. You can just, I mean, some lakes they prefer just like a straight tail, smeltinator, straight retrieved. You know, then the biggest thing is messing with the jig head weight, right?
Well, that's what I'm wondering is like, have you found that you can hack that with a little heavier one this time of year, or do you have to be on more the lighter side? Because that's the problem
you
with
can
30
definitely-
feet of water.
Yeah, you can definitely get away with the heavier head.
like 3/8, 30 foot.
Yep,
Or
3/8. I kind of like quarter. It's a little bit more versatile. It depends on the size of the minnow too, right?
Right.
And what you're doing with it. If you're going to be casting it out a lot more and just kind of letting it tight line back to the boat, then I would prefer a quarter. But if you got a bite where it's like you got fish that, you know, you catch one out on the cast, the whole school follows you under the boat, and then you're going to start plucking them off with the minnow. Then I'm going 3/8 smeltinator and just get it down to them. And then once they notice it, then you can just stop, let them come to you.
Yeah.
And
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? You're more efficient, obviously, with the 3As. So that would be the two scenarios that I would kind of...
You probably got a live scope, but I bet you don't have the scoping rod from Vocelka Fishing and Custom, designed to hit those targets right on the noggin on that live scope, whether you're fishing a 3-inch minnow all the way up to a 6-inch minnow, from a 16th ounce all the way up to a 1/4 ounce. This is the perfect mid-strolling rod. Visit VocelkaFishing.com. Check it out today. Scope straight or scope home, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I was talking to my buddy Austin Brinkman last night, and it's like,
Big
they
A.
hug bottom so bad. Like, they hug bottom so much this time of year, right?
Totally.
So, like, throwing a heavy one just to locate the pods.
Kind of ignite them. Yeah.
Locate
or
the
just
pods, ignite them, get them
lift them off bottom, and then, yeah.
And get them moving. Get the fish moving, for fuck's sake, because it's I'm cold.
Yeah.
I think I can make it there, Jim.
Right.
You know?
Oh, it's a 3/8. It's moving too fast.
I can't catch him.
Yeah, exactly.
I was joking with Noah about this. People are probably just listening to this on the last podcast, but it's like those dreams you used to have as a kid, those nightmares where, like, I remember
Yes.
one where
Yeah,
my
yeah,
mom's
yeah.
in the garden and I see like this monster and I'm running like towards my mom, but I can't run, and it's like
Like you're in
like I want to run
like
as
hot,
fast
like
as I
you're
can,
in,
but it's like
quicksand. Your feet are you just can't.
yeah, and
Just-
it's like that dream. That's what the fish are in. It's like
Yeah. Until they're not, though. Like okay, so this is the other thing you
well,
notice.
there's windows.
I was just gonna say,
There's
because like
bite windows,
which we'd never really noticed until live scope. Like I
the
noticed,
musky guys will tell you when they are.
you know, something real funny.
The
real
moon
quick.
chasers.
I know it's something real funny. I gotta shout out Big Trevor Nelson. So
Big
that's
Trev. Shout out Big
that's that's one of Damien's really really good buddies from high school.
Oh fuck!
Musky
I gotta
fisherman.
see this guy.
He's really really cool. I love Trevor.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, he's a big musky fisherman, so he's not quite as cool as us, but
Well, for sure.
right.
I mean,
but anyway, Damien, a lot of times
he's compensating. But that's okay.
A lot of times before like a tournament or a lake that we're going to, we know he's got big fish or something. We'll be like, oh, like wonder when the major minor is.
Oh yeah.
Instead of looking it up, Damien's like, I'll just text Big Trevor and
You need
he.
to be on your juice at 3:07
Yeah,
tomorrow and 9:58.
So that's just, oh man, well, because like Damien and I'll be talking about it, be like, oh, like when's major tomorrow? He's like, oh, hang on, I'll text Trevor.
Yeah, it's a waxing gibbous. You got about a 10-minute variance. You're going to want to be there, between 9:47 and 9:55.
Yeah, so it's pretty funny. Or we'll have it where we'll have a really good day. Like this year on Woman, on day 2, we had a really, really big flurry of like we caught our whole bag in the last hour and a half of the tournament. I mean, we had some decent fish. We might have weighed one from the morning, but for sure caught like our last 4 in from like 1:30 to 3. And but we didn't before that day. We'd never really looked at when the major minor was.
Which tournament was this?
Team Trail Championship on Woman.
Ah,
And so
Big Boss.
that night, we were like, man, it was crazy. It was super fun. And so we were like, when was that? And so he's like, oh, I'll text Trevor. So we'll text him after the fact too, to be like, hey, when was it today? And he'd be like, oh yeah, it was like 2:00. And we're like, that checks out.
Really?
Like, if we forget to look until
Text him now.
Should I?
What's our window tomorrow?
I will.
Let's text.
I'm gonna.
Can we call Big Trev on the record?
He's got kids. They might be.
I got you.
Yeah. I'll shoot him a text though.
We maybe should phone a friend tonight. That'd be kind of funny. I haven't done that in a while.
Johnston.
Do you think he's got to be bartending tonight? Wouldn't you think? We could call the bar.
Well,
if
dude,
he doesn't
no,
answer,
it
we'll
would
call
probably
the fucking bar.
A lot of nights they close at 10. So
Okay, and yeah, this is an extra special late night pod, so that might actually work the hell out.
all right. Texting Big Trevor quick here.
Yeah, dude, I need to know when our window is tomorrow. So like, because that's a big thing. Is like, I'm excited to try this, bro. Because I've been messing with it and I've learned it, but I like going to Japan, meeting with those guys. Like, that's gonna be.
I dropped some minnows on the floor. I just want to get them before we.
Yeah, dude, those are real key those are the samples, right? Those are the only two little bastards I got.
I know. I didn't want to step on them and destroy them.
But yeah, like the big thing, this is that Fujiwara Mungan head.
Yeah.
That sharp, hollow point tartar head.
I was going to say it's a field point for a bow and arrow.
But I'm just going to like fish that like a blade on the bottom.
What's the weight? Is this
5 gram?
So
3/16.
Yeah.
But it's going to be.
So you're gonna let it hit bottom.
Let it hit bottom. Go, pop, pop, and then
it's basically gonna go hit bottom again. That's cool.
And the harder I jerk it, the wider it'll go. But the big thing is you need the flat surface on the bottom, right? Oh. So I'm gonna play with it with that thing. What do we got? Big Trev.
Big Trevor.
Back. All right. What's our window tomorrow?
He just sent.
Can we sleep in or not?
He sent a screenshot. Now I got to try to decipher his app that he uses.
Fuck.
I've looked at this one before.
Tell him Fahrenheit and AM PM is we don't use the metric system.
Let's see. Major time. Oh, here we go. I'm just like figuring out how to read this one. Yeah. Major time is between 12 to 3, which it seems like a big window, but
You're good. Carry on.
Minor is between 4:45 to 6:45.
Oh, that's the quickest I've ever got it back
But
on.
That was impressive. I've definitely been watching plenty of podcasts where that's a struggle for a little while. So that was impressive.
I'm not gonna lie.
Might be record
ruined
time.
a few podcasts, and not tonight though.
Record time. Yeah, it looks like 11:50 would be the
AM.
I think
that's
no
fucking money.
No, I'm still trying to decipher this app. It doesn't
Just
make a
tell
ton
him
of
to
sense.
text you some. Like, how do you do it? How does he usually do it?
I mean, this is the first time I've texted him for
usually
it.
Damien
Usually
does?
Damien does.
So
maybe
Damien knows how to read this. Phone a friend.
So now I got to text this to Damien. How do I read this? No.
Well, we got time. What were we talking about again? Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Nope.
Derailed it.
Hey, dude, you derail me, you interrupt me, you fucking. I can't be broken. You're fine. Ooh, it's got a reek to him.
A little stinky.
Yeah, a little stanky. Stank to him.
I'll have to explain to him why I just randomly on a 10 o'clock at night texted him.
Very important.
Well, we gave him a good shout out, so he'll have to listen.
Let him finish the bed. Yeah. Well, Damien ain't reading nobody a bedtime story, so he should be able to decipher the code, right?
That's right.
Sorry, Damien, I don't speak Farmer's Almanac here. No, but I feel like
Yeah, have you messed with it on this bait yet?
I have not. So what I have messed with it with is like on this Akura stick. Mm-hmm. So if you're fishing it weightless, you're fishing kind of the keel side down, but It's got that flat top.
Yep.
So rigging it on this, like
so you'll rig the flat side down.
So when I was in Japan, and this wasn't the deal when we went there, but I know Kato, like, dude, this is a thing, and it reminds me so much of the Gobi tube thing we do, but with more glide.
Side to side, yeah.
Yeah, so this with a 14 gram.
That's cool. I haven't gotten to see the big one yet.
So the 3.2 Akura stick is new, so like low key, that's fucking good bait. But
this one is.
Yeah, and I'm not even gonna unveil the way to fish it during tournament season yet. I'm not even gonna tell anybody that till after springtime. But you put that flat side down with a 14 gram half ounce, and like he would have me after we were done sculpting a spot, he would have me make at least 20 casts with that.
Really?
Like slack line, pop, pop, and dude, that thing goes. I can get it go 4 feet each way.
Really?
Like unbelievable.
So 8 foot total side, like
the amount of So like it's just heavy, so it's a lot to do that mid column, but for like a Gobi tube bottom dart, it's super impressive. And I actually have caught. I've got pictures for proof, but I've been catching some bass on the 14 gram with this back home, smallmouth. It's just they'd rather have.
Oh, sorry, it's right here, the little one.
Yeah, the little one, but the little one does well on a 7.
Okay.
So I haven't tried it on a 5. So I don't know, in this cold of water, I've never tried it at all.
Yeah, a little
right?
bit lighter might be productive.
When the water's this cold, I can tell you right now, a Vocelka Fishing Hayden Anderson Signature Series Spin Boss with this swimmer on it right here is a staple I will have day in, day out, along with a Vocelka Fishing and Customs blade bait / jerkbait / crankbait rod.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, from there, I mean, those are going to be the 2 baits I have the most confidence in if the water's between 36 and 44 degrees, right? And then from there, it's like bottom strolling is what I'm going to play with tomorrow.
That would be,
the Witch Rizu and the perch pattern on a jig head, because like I've been messing with the bottom strolling thing, but watching Kato in Japan, like, gave me a lot of confidence to maybe keep messing with it.
To do it the way that they, like the people who invented it, to do it with the way that they've been doing it.
And to me, with what we're doing in the fall and why we're doing it, that
no
makes
reason that shouldn't work.
Sense,
Should
right?
Should work awesome.
And I'm excited to see if you can catch any on that steel shad jig and spoon tomorrow.
Dude, yeah, that's actually been like,
because I've never gotten the spoon deal going, just the blade. But the blade's my deal.
Yeah, it's not like an everywhere thing. Like, it's definitely, but neither is a blade. A blade doesn't work everywhere either. But yeah,
when that's cold. I can catch it.
Right,
I can catch them on a blade.
Right, but there are some places that seem like they just
only up by you.
But you know what I mean. Like some lakes, just sometimes they just like a dragon bait better. But anyway, that spoon though.
I need a tube tomorrow too. I'm sorry. The Puppet Master with the 3/8 ounce tube.
Yep.
Green pumpkin purple will also be thrown tomorrow.
Yeah. But yeah, that spoon's been really fun. That's something I've messed with. You know, before the steel shad one, I've messed with lots of other just cheap jigging spoons that you can find, and you know, it's usually somewhere between. I'll do like a 1/2 to 3/4, and you're just popping it, letting it sit.
So a little more aggressive than a
little
blade?
bit more aggressive, just because you got to get it to come up off bottom.
Yeah,
enough for it to kind of like right. And you don't have like the feedback to know that you're like, you don't have the vibration, so you're just popping it.
Right.
Snapping it off bottom. It kind of does like a quick flutter down to the bottom, and then it's just sitting there just like a blade would be. And then you're just waiting to see if you feel it bite, because most of the time they hit it like it's a jig. You know?
Yeah.
You'll feel your line just boonk, like bounce. That's how they were all last weekend when I was catching them with it.
Just on the bottom.
Yep. On the bottom.
So crazy.
I mean,
like, piece
like
of
if
metal.
I posted a couple of GoPro videos from me fishing it, and if you watch back, you'll see
watching those. Yeah.
You see how I'm fishing it. Like it's like a quick pop, let it sit for 3, 4, 5 seconds. And then like the first video of the series, like you could see me like just like, oh, there's a bite. After it's been sitting there for, you know, a few seconds.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're like no doubter bites.
Like they're hitting it that hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You got me curious.
Yeah.
I'll be
It's
curious.
fun.
I've seen that stuff up by you, it's
definitely
like a TS, like a tailspin.
Yeah.
And I won't say which tailspin for you, but a tailspin, another bait, and a spoon. Like there's windows for it. And
That's
I've
right.
noticed
I remember you and Damien a couple of years ago. He went on a little flurry.
He did,
Mm-hmm.
and then I tried and I couldn't. So I don't know if it was a bite window deal or what,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Because it's like, we've been doing a blade bait now for quite a while, so it's fun to mix in other things that you're like, okay, this should work, but it's something new, you know?
totally.
It's fun to, you know, you just always experiment. And, you know, you can always go back to those things that are like, this is the tried and true, you know it's going to work. I only need 3 rods on the deck today, but I'm still going to bust out 8 to 10.
100%. And
You know, like, that's what just always makes it fun, especially like when you know you're going to a lake where you know you're going to get bites.
dude, this is the
You're just
best
like-
time of year to experiment
Yeah.
because they're wintered up.
Mm-hmm.
You know there's fish there,
Yep.
and you know you can catch them on this, this, and this. But if you go catch one and then go 5 casts without catching one on what you usually catch, like they're right there, and they've just proven they're willing to move for a bait.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you try and see if you could
Start
hack that a little
cycling
bit better?
through. Yeah, you can either. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
So I
You
think
can either
between-
move spots, go to fresh fish, keep catching them the same old way, or it's time to experiment and maybe you find something that you can every cast them with for an hour.
Right. Right. So, like, I have my constants tomorrow. I know I'm going to catch them on a Smeltnator and a witch shad reel, and I know I'm going to catch them on a blade bait. And I know I was catching them on a witch Rizzo, so I'm going to mess with bottom strolling that tomorrow. And then one of those 3 baits, I will, and that's going to be the other thing I'm going to mess with tomorrow is, you know, figuring out that a little bit more because I've had moments of glory with it, and it's like it's been a really good follow-up this fall for me with the Akura stick.
I'm excited to see it in
another
action.
bite on this. Like, you just caught 3, don't get another bite. Like, you'll get 1 to 2 more bites throwing the darter. And Mille Lacs was the same way with a heavy one deep.
That's cool. And
like,
that's talk about
and then you go.
Talk about a great place to like battle test something.
100%.
How many baits have those things seen since fishing opener?
Well, that's why I spent so much time up there. It's like, I know I'm fishing around boats all day, and that steer ride was like, holy shit. You could go in right behind people and catch 5 to 6 pounder on the spot.
You're fishing where probably 1 million boats fish this year, and then you're also fishing around some of the biggest fish in the state. So
absolutely,
it's so win-win. If you're fooling fit, like even if you're just catching 4s and 5s, which like I don't mean to downplay that because that's like still really awesome, but even if that's what you're catching, like you're still catching very pressured fish.
100%, dude.
And those are still big fish. But
I went to Spirit Island this fall, right, in like super pressured area,
right,
bro. I couldn't catch a 3-pounder.
Yeah,
like move areas, less pressure. Like I can catch 3 and 3 to 6 pounders again, right? But it's like there was 100 3-pounders there. That doesn't mean I could make them bite. And it's like, yeah, dude.
Yeah. So yeah, I think there's definitely, especially for someone who doesn't spend every single day of the year out there, it's to be able to show up and like not after not being there for a month or something, to be able to like put something together out there after not spending much time out there. It's, you know, you did something, you know.
100%. And it gave me, like, for me, it's like we have scoping lakes around here, but only a couple, right? But not like that. So like for the bigger profile minnow, I was really excited to, you know, mess with some of them bigger 6-inch, 7-inch baits, and it was like,
dude, it's amazing how like you think
night and day difference a couple times.
I mean, think about 10 years ago, I'd be like, oh yeah, you're gonna be catching smallmouth on that. You'd be like, no, no way. You know, you'd see a 4 or 5-inch swim bait, and you're like, whoa, it's getting a little big.
I remember when the Ned rig like first came out, and I was catching like 6-pounders throwing just like tiny jig worm. It was like, holy shit.
And yeah, you're like, oh, the trend is going to be
but
I mean, and it is.
You go
depending
there
on
in
the
July
day,
or
and
what I found is like the high roll, like before July 15th, before August 1st, like that little minnow is much more effective. So I think it's just, I don't know if you could catch them on a steer ride, like besides pre-spawn, maybe that good up there.
Yeah, when they're just,
you know?
when they're kind of suicidal.
Just wanting a bigger profile, like for whatever reason, Mille Lacs gets pounded so freaking hard that it seems like unless you're on like a topwater program or that reactionary post-spawn like chatterbait thing, it's like they want the tiniest, gayest shit you can throw, or lightest, or whatever it might be. But
there's something pretty fun about that though, too. A lot of people, everybody knows those big tough guys. They're like, oh, none of that sissy stuff, you know. But it's like, dude, yeah, whatever. You have your straight braid bait casters, but it's if I'm fooling a fish, like truly fooling them with something like that,
feels so cool.
It feels so cool.
Well, it's like it's one of them feelings where it's like you look over at a boat and like a boat 200 yards from you, and you're like,
you don't have this.
Well, dude, Chappie will tell you, and I'm not going to say I'm any better than anybody else, right? But like, you figure out that little tool, that little hack. Like, I pulled up on a reef on him, and like, he couldn't catch a damn bass, and I fucking caught him every time I threw at one.
Yeah.
Till I ran out of time, and we had to go to
you got the right cricket, and you know when to throw it,
and you know how to throw it, and like,
it's fun. No matter how sissy it might seem, like if I'm fooling a bass and I'm catching them better than the next guy over, like that's why you do it, man. Like that is I love that.
I mean, it's better than sex. Just saying, like sex is great and all, but that's better,
dude. It's awesome.
sex isn't different enough each time, and like it's not as big a puzzle. It's a more. There's not enough women listeners for me to get in trouble.
There's only
this. Like it's not complex enough.
There's only so many outcomes.
Yeah, there's only so many positions, right? There's way more lures than that, and places to throw them.
It's so true.
No, but it's an amazing feeling, like when you got that fuck around and find out in your hand, and they don't.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, no, that's the best.
I don't know. Which one do you think's going to be MVP tomorrow on that darter? Is it going to be the Akura stick, the Witch minnow, or the Witch flat reel?
I don't know. I just don't know how the Witch flat reel's gonna.
It's going to glide a lot.
Yeah, might be. I don't know. I feel like I'd have to see that to know if that. I feel like it'll be one of these two probably.
I have a feeling.
I kind of like I like the way this one looks. What's that? What's that bait on there called?
That's the Witch minnow from
The Witch
YG
minnow.
Labo. Really good on a drop shot, and then it's got a it's got a flat mouth on it. So here, I'll be right back. This is actually you're detail oriented enough where you'll appreciate this.
Sure. Yeah. No, this thing looks really cool.
So remember the little peanut?
Yep.
So think about like a more finessey version of that. You see that little popper lip on it?
Oh yeah.
Much like a lot of Japanese baits are designed like to be on top, and then
This one's
they
designed...
work it down from there. So that's designed to be like nose hooked or and like not move away from where you pop it with that lip. So it's got a little popper lip. So it's like got a nice dart, little panic, splashy. Yeah. Like, so it's an ultra finesse topwater.
I was just going to say,
But
so
they stroll
fish
it too. They stroll it too. It rolls really freaking good.
So they fish this on like a number 1 EWG?
yes.
kinda?
Yes.
That's cool.
Right?
That's really cool.
And then, they also put it on a jig head, and it flushes up really nice on a jig head
yeah.
with that, too.
Yeah.
So, and it rolls amazing. So, like,
Really?
it's another, yes. So, it's like a pretty badass little finesse minnow, but you rig it upside down with that flat top, and now you're...
Now you're talking with...
Yeah, so, like,
Yeah.
originally I thought of it as just a drop shot bait, because that color, it's hand poured.
Yeah,
Super nice looking for like a drop shot, but like
totally.
I think there's a lot more to it than that. But it's too simple enough where most people are gonna overlook this bait.
Yeah.
That's what's cool.
If you don't know the little details like you just explained, like
Well,
you're just gonna be like, whatever, just whatever.
That's why people have been overlooking, the high roll. It's like when you look at the high roll in a package, it's like, 3.5 inch minnow, but like you look close, like there's actually a divot engineered in it, and it's the easiest little rolling minnow that you can get. So
This is what you were bottom strolling, right? In
Japan. That was MVP that day. Now, keep in mind, I threw 20 baits at him and 20 approaches. Like, he had me, like, we worked for him. But as it turns out, the high roll was kind of MVP that day. But he didn't know, obviously, what we were going to catch him on.
Right. Yeah, it probably changes so much day to day over there.
I think I'm going to catch him on that color or that color tomorrow if they're going to be eating the high roll.
On the first lake.
On the first lake. Second lake, this color.
I was going to say first lake.
Yeah.
That little chartreuse with the orange chin looks pretty nice.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll learn something tomorrow.
Yeah, we will.
I'm going to learn today, boy. You know what kind of bothers me, low-key?
Let's
When
hear it.
fishermen say the word son. Like on camera. That's a
Especially-
big one, son. Especially if they're young.
Especially if they're like named Trey McKinney.
That would
Shots
be like
fired.
the most obvious example, but he's not the only one.
No,
He's not the only fucker
it's just
doing it.
slightly more annoying when he does it.
Even middle-aged men saying, dang, son. It's like your kid's not even in the boat. He's not even nearby. Okay? You're supposed to say dad. That's way more cool to me. Dad, I got a fucking big one, right? Like, it's way more natural to me. But maybe my ego is smaller.
Yeah.
I'm not overthinking it, but just know if you're like on live and you're like, yeah, son, it's kind of annoying to me. That's all.
Yeah. No, I mean, I got a lot of little things that bug me like that too. So I'm not gonna,
And I'm accountable. I'm gonna say all kinds of dumb stuff. That's
right, when
probably
you're
gonna piss all of you off.
Well,
like
that's the
when
thing,
he
too,
says
when-
this, I'm probably annoying as fuck. So I'm
when you're
sorry
hooked
about
up,
that.
when you're hooked up, I mean,
I
especially
black out.
especially with a big one. I mean, who knows what you say, right? Unless it's on
I don't say
camera.
son.
Yeah,
like,
no,
that's
I don't.
natural for me to get
I know that's. I've never said
kind of
that.
big
We'll
ball
fight
it
the
like
fish.
that and say like I'm a dad now because I hooked this fish. I think that's just kind of wrong. You're not even a dad, but you are a son. You're a son,
Yeah.
so you can say, "Dad, I got a big one." That's what Trey McKinney. That's what you need to say next year.
Yeah. It's honestly, it's
You
just,
want me to root for you? You need to say Dad instead of son.
constructive criticism. Honestly.
You can say father if Dad bothers you. I'll accept father, but now you sound like. And religious is fine with me, right? But it's just more religious.
Yeah. Yeah. Take notes, Trey. That's all we're saying.
Yeah, dude. That's all.
Yeah.
So classic though. I was talking about this, and dude, Gill Daddy's pretty poised for this one.
Is he geared up and ready to roll?
Well, no Gussie, no Gee.
Yeah.
Kind of opens up, like,
Yeah.
and then keep in mind, Gordon Fothergill is maybe not Jeff Gustafson at the whole Smeltnator Coldwater moping thing, but my God, he's the best in Minnesota at it, and
Odds
he's
are-
the spawn of Gordon.
That's right.
So I think Easton's probably really poised.
Well, I mean, honestly,
Do
when
well.
are you gonna? Honestly, when do you bet against the guy anymore?
I would never, but what I'm saying is like extra. This might be
Yeah.
rolling right into his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
That and my dark horse, if Smallmouth win, is Koya Fujita.
Right.
I think
If
everyone's
then he's-
overlooking him there, and I think
Yeah.
he's poised to do well. And if Largemouth win, Seth Fighter's my pick.
Right. I mean, he's
If
Was he
OG
at the last
Tiny
one?
4 is gonna play and like a trap and some shit like
right.
that.
Was he at the last classic that was at Knoxville?
He was. Yep.
So, I
think
mean,
he had a
and he-
decent bag one day, but like
and then
the
he was
largemouth-
obviously at the elite, so like he's got a lot of experience there now. Same with a good part of the field, probably, but
Well,
well-
you've got your Ottifo style classic win there, and then you've got your Gussie style
Right.
classic win there. And keep in mind, Ottifo wouldn't have won if it weren't for Keith Poche giving him the juice because he didn't make the top 10
okay. I
or
didn't.
top 12 or whatever it was, right?
Sure. Yeah.
So other than that, it's been Gussie day. But you need a beer, don't you?
Getting close.
I need a beer.
Yeah, I'm okay for the moment, but
I'll grab us a beer.
sure.
Why don't you entertain the crowd, eh? Entertain the boys. Talk to Crawfish.
Crawfish, man. Where'd you get this?
Japan.
In a tackle shop or what?
No, just a fucking toy store.
Just
I'm gonna freaking like mount him to my windshield next year, and he's gonna ride it.
put it. Yeah,
Next year.
yeah. That'll be good.
He's gonna be my mascot.
Yeah, you got to get a little good luck charm in there. It'd be like your rabbit's foot.
Fuck yeah. Well, you know about the lucky horseshoe behind you, right?
In the boat?
What's that?
The lucky horseshoe in your boat?
No, behind you, hanging up.
Oh, up behind me. And
There's a horseshoe on the wall. I'll tell you in a sec. You're right back on the mic. It was passed down to me.
I know I've heard the story, but I don't exactly remember it. Sorry, I'm not the best solo entertainer.
Big talker.
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. No, the lucky horseshoe back there. So I grew up on the horseshoe chain, and Doug Petrak was king of the horseshoe chain when I was growing up. Like he'd win more events than most people, right?
Yeah.
And that was his coined home lake. And in his garage, above his boat, he had the lucky horseshoe. And the rule was the horseshoe had to be face down like that. so it
Hanging like
can
that.
sprinkle the good luck down onto the boat. If you don't have it, then it's not going to sprinkle. So it was like,
otherwise, if it's the other way around, it's holding it all in.
Yep. And yeah, it was one of the first stitious moments I'd encountered, and it changed me and Mark Shirley. I know for a while. Like, we had to do powdered donuts and Mountain Dew live wire. Don't even think about skipping this. You see, there's ads and there's tisements, but this is neither. This is what you call a BSA, a Bastronaut Service Announcement, letting you know, if you don't know, that this podcast would not be possible without the support of Thorne Brothers, a famed Minnesota local independent tackle shop located in the North Metro, offering us anglers the best selection of fishing equipment in the North Country. They carry all your favorite American staples, some sneaky American staples, the top JDM brands like Megabass and Depths, but also now carry all the sneaky Japanese offerings that are tough to find anywhere else. On top of that, though, they have an expert staff of hardcore anglers that not only knows the products, but where and how to fish them. Stop into Thorne Brothers or visit their website, thornebrothers.com, and equip yourself with the most cutting-edge tools to maximize your time on the water. Every day, or else.
Don't break the pattern.
Oh my God, like, if we didn't top 5 the thing, we would blame
it on not having one of the secret ingredients.
Yes, and if we did have both of those, it was what time you had them.
Gotta be at 10:07 every morning.
You got any stitions? You and Damien have any? Like, kind of like
let me
low-key?
think. It's if there's little things for sure, but I can't. They're not like big enough where it just jumps out at me right now, so I'd have to think. Man, what? If Damien's listening, he'll have something that probably comes to mind that I'm overthinking right now, or just not thinking of. But
I hate being put on the spot. I'm sorry I did it to you.
Unbelievable, unacceptable.
What was your best technique this year? Was there a style or something that shined for you guys? Maybe it's not the exact lure, but did you guys have to change your approach this year to past years? Now, and keep in mind, this year was a smallmouth heavy schedule,
mm-hmm.
and Tonka sounded like it sounded like the worst place to be at the worst time of year. You guys, yeah. The last 2 times Team Trails picked Tonka, it's been brutal. Do you remember that one with the fog delay?
Oh my God, yeah. Well, wait, the fog delay.
We have slight fog delay in the morning.
Oh, okay.
They had Dane and I run out to see if it was okay in Smithtown. We were at the park in Cooks Bay there.
Yep. Yeah. Ugh. Yeah,
Fishing
dude, that was
so bad.
That was a tournament where there were a lot of the Tonka legends in the tournament, and they were in the 40s. It was that was the year.
14 pounds cash to check. Keep in mind, there's 80, 70, 80 boats.
Yeah, I think that was one of the 70 or 80 boat
14 and a half pounds cash to check. And Tonka's gotten a lot better since then. I feel like that was the lowest day at its lowest point, maybe.
Probably.
But
yeah, like you were saying, asked me a certain
technique style. Yeah.
Small gravity baits.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And it wasn't even close.
So soft plastics that have weight and fishing them weightless, and we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people already know where I'm going with that, but
honestly, most people would think
but
you're
it's
going a direction that I know you're not.
Sure. Yeah.
So gravity bait, what you mean? What I think by that,
we found. Yeah, we got onto something.
You talking bug gravity or?
Yeah.
Maybe. Got it.
That. I mean, yeah. It's
cut,
but mid.
I'll cut that. Fucking.
It's what I'm
20
talking
seconds
about, dude.
out.
And
it won't matter.
Well, and I mean, I don't know if people.
Dude, it's in everybody's newsfeed every.
I was gonna say it's gaining traction, but I don't know how many people are actually doing it the way we're doing it, or doing it as good, or I don't know.
Well, I gotta be honest. If you don't have a Vocelka Fishing Custom, you ain't throwing it as good as me.
No,
because they ain't easy to throw. Some of them,
right? But yeah, like we got onto that little train in mid-June, getting ready for the round open in Hayward, which is the last Sunday of every June every year, and got onto it in practice, and I was like, oh, let's catch some fish. Kind of like got the first couple hook sets with it, and then it ended up being like what we threw for 2/3 of the day during the tournament. Like, I don't know. And then after that, it was like confidence just kept building and building and building, and it was like all summer.
So throwing a very small profile with a small bait,
Yeah.
that falls slow, a painful, like,
Oh, so
super
painful. Yeah.
So super.
But this is where I was
painful
going,
shit.
like earlier when we were talking about like when you got that thing that you don't think anybody else is throwing, and you're like got it figured out, and that's the difference maker versus you tried everything else in your tackle box and nothing else worked, but then first cast with this bait and boom.
Yep.
Like that was eye opener, and it wasn't just like, oh, it worked on this lake. It worked everywhere I tried it this year.
Really? Yeah.
Like to the point where it was like, no, I'm not going to throw that today. Like I'm staying in the rod locker. We're going to figure out how to catch them with something else. And then by noon, I'm like, all right, fine. Pull it out. And it's like, okay. Because it's like, it was,
it
was
I
by
know exactly
far
what you're talking about. And
Yeah. It was, that was the most cheat code bait I've ever found. Like I've never used anything else that was so like automatic.
Yeah.
Like, dare I say automatic, dude? It was automatic.
What's crazy is they're still sitting on the Thorne shelves, and we've been talking about the company all night.
Yeah, dude. And it's not even a specific one. It's just like that genre of bait. And if you know how to, if you know how to rig it, and you know how to, oh, sorry, yeah, like I mean, it's like
it's a witch, it's a bitch, it's a witch.
If you know how to fish it.
It's a bug, it's a witch. It's a
Don't see now,
bitch.
like the colder the water got, doesn't honestly, they don't even look at it really.
Right.
It's just not the deal anymore. But when that water's warm,
dude, I mean, that's a cut. Fuck. 100%.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
everything we're talking about, like the cold water helps what we're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a specific forage or window. But other than that, like,
Not anymore. They get off it.
it's crazy.
So that was fun. It was fun to have that all summer long. And, like, we didn't win any tournaments with it, but, like, Pekegama, we caught every single fish we weighed with it. Woman, the whole, like, that flurry that I was talking about that we had at the end of the day.
Yep.
Everything was caught on it there. But I mean, like the guys that were fishing around us were doing similar things too. So like, that was kind of discouraging. Woman Lake was pretty discouraging for me to like realize how many other people were on the right track.
I gotta be honest.
Like we didn't.
The people in our circle.
Well, that's just
like,
it too.
Like I gotta be honest. It's probably a little bit of my fault because Andy and Dumpke are both guys along with.
Well,
Fothergill.
and
like,
and
we,
they
we
would have
all,
been.
We
yeah,
all talk. So
that's right. And it's like
the same guy who like told you about him told Fothergill and Dumpke about him.
right.
Oops.
And then and we all
And Walls.
and
Oops.
then wow, but it's like
they're all my friends, really good friends, just
Right.
like you, bro.
yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's yeah.
But there's things I don't tell any of you about. You
Well, and then there,
motherfuckers.
like you look at Dumpke and Dawson won. You know, we took 5th, and then I can't remember.
No, I dropped
Well, Jason and his dad were. I think they took. Oh no. Carl and Roy took 2nd. That's Kyle and Wyatt.
They're good dudes. I like
Awesome dudes. Yeah, they took 2nd throwing similar stuff. Then yeah, I think Jason, his dad, took maybe 3rd. I could be missing these, but it was like between 1st and 5th and probably beyond. We're all kind of rolling with similar techniques, and and me and I know Walls and Wood and Damien and I we we were going blow for blow about 50 yards away from each other.
That's what Walls was saying. Walls was saying he was ready to go blow for real with a couple boats.
He was not. He was not thrilled.
He was pissed.
He was.
Which I get it.
And he's like, yeah. Like, he's like, I thought for a while there I was going to have to come over there and box out for you. Because, dude, it was like, we were, Walls and Wood and I and Damien. So we would like, we'd meander about in a respectful manner. You'd keep a good 2 cast length away. When you're fishing in a crowd, I feel like that's a pretty
2
good
cast lengths.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty, and it was like,
and maybe there's a transition of 1 cast length. And it's
right.
Like, sometimes there's a spot and it's 1.5 cast lengths. You're on this side of the spot.
Right.
They're
and
on
like,
that side.
and like we're chatting, we're all friends, and we're communicating, and everything was cool there. But then it was like, we're setting the hook. Can't really hide when you're waving the fish flag around trying to net 5-pounders. So yeah, a couple other boats definitely. Came.
There ain't that many places to hide on that lake,
right? Which it's like, I think they were kind of fishing that area. General. It was this big flat. They were fishing that area, but it was like they didn't decide to meander over to where we were until everybody's setting hooks.
How much moving did you guys do, or did you guys kind of more sit and wait?
So like the area where we really blasted them on the second day, we were there the first day. We didn't show up there the first day until midday. Caught a few fish, but it was like so many boats around that were like, let's just get out of here. Left it, but it was like, okay, they're biting though. Like, we caught some fish, but nothing that really helped too much. But then the second day, it's like, all right, let's roll back over there, because it was part of the rotation. We just didn't start on it like we should have. But yeah, we rolled back through there the second day, and it was like, it was just going on. And it was like, turns out we didn't really, I guess, we made our hay like really quick, so we didn't need to have started on it. But anyway, we had like 3 areas, I would say, 3 kind of areas. There was never like a spot on the spot, like you got to make this cast kind of thing, because it was just like, and fish weren't even in like giant schools. It was like they'd be in little groups of 2 to 5. So you just had to, but they would all be in the same general area milling around. So you kind of just had to be around where the big groups were passing through, and
Yep.
Yeah, be there at the right time. Timing proved to be crucial.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's like, man, I can't get a bite. And then it's like,
all of a sudden
zoink, zoink.
It's happening.
Zoink, zoink, zoink.
Yep. We'll catch 3 of them quick, and all of a sudden you look over and you're like, oh, Andy and Walls, or Andy and Wood, or they're hooked up.
Yeah.
It was like, all right, something's going on. We got to hunker down here now. So it's cool. Like when it's going down and you're just like, we got to capitalize on everything right now. It's hectic, but it's so fun.
100%. And when you say gravity bait, I mean, that used to be a 4-inch Senko, and it seems like we're either downsizing or just, fine-tuning everything. And I guess, like, we were talking about this thing earlier, and I feel like it's like one step smaller than
that extra little
one step smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And I know how much one small step bigger has been in my playbook last couple of years, even for cover and water or scoping. And
that's good.
I'm actually excited. These are the only couple I have, but I'm excited.
Yeah, those are going to be sweet.
I have to pee.
Do it.
I'm going to show these up close, or try to, which is really hard with the GoPro, by the way.
I believe it.
You good? You got pee or anything?
I might as well. I say I'm good now, and then I'll have to as soon as you walk back in.
Dude, if you gave me 3 wishes, one of them would be for more time, because I'm like, if there's probably a weak point in my game, like, I've gotten better at time management. Like, Dane's really good at time management.
Yeah, he's incredible.
And dude, that's why
he's a superhuman.
It was super helpful in the boat as a tournament partner.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because
life lessons.
Like, he can pay attention to the time and fishing at the same time. And I'm not so lucky.
Yeah.
Like, I've just taught myself to pay attention fully and, like, feel proficient by watching live scope and fishing at the same time, right?
Yeah. Well, it's like, what I always struggle with is, like, you're like, okay. I think a lot of people probably do this where they'll be like, all right, 115, I got to move if I don't get a bite. Well, 114 rolls around and you're like, oh, I feel like it's about to happen. And then you're like, just sit there. All of a sudden, next thing you know, it's 135. You're like, I need to go. But it's like, I just wasted all that time that I said I wasn't going to waste.
Yeah.
I said I was going to be gone by 115. But you know what? That's something I think Champs Tour is really going to help me with, is because I told, that qualifier was the first time I'd fished that format. And I tried to stay really disciplined in actually doing that. Like, so when I would say, like, okay, if I don't get bit by this time, I'm like, it's no more time to sit around and hope for a bite, because like guys are catching them and I can't afford to keep sitting here. So like I actually held myself to it, and I don't know if that was actually what proved to be successful for me, but I actually stuck to it and was like, all right, 115. And sometimes I'd be like, all right, 112, I just got to go. So I don't know. I kind of kept myself a little bit more disciplined than I maybe normally would have been, because I felt like I had to be. And I mean, that's my only trial run so far, but
no lake split, right?
Yeah, we didn't have lake split either. So that was helpful.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
The tsunami
in my mind
is coming.
Is the, like, it's not an 8-hour tournament. It's 2 4-hour tournaments. And like, it's just, you have to piece your day together different, and you do not have as much time as you think. Like, an 8-hour day, no lake split, no lunch break.
It was only a 7-hour tournament.
You get into a groove, or you have time to get into a groove.
Yeah. Right.
That's like the problem with Champions Tour. It's like, it's that lake split makes it.
Dane, if you're listening,
it makes it more rapid.
No more lake split.
It makes it more rapid.
The new
fire.
Sheriff in town says no lake split.
I ain't no sheriff, but and that's not even where I was going with it. I was just warning you.
Yeah. No, totally. And
like that.
Right.
I
mean,
one of the hardest parts to me about it is like, you gain steam and then now you have to go figure something else out.
Quite literally
to figure it out, and
quite literally
you can't.
You might as well be changing lakes. You might as well be. I mean,
depending where we're at.
Well, right, but it's if you're switching halves of the lake, let's say you don't got nothing going on the other side of that lake. I mean, you're kind of starting over almost.
Yeah, and that could be a good thing, or like good practices can burn you just much.
Totally.
And, like there's you don't need any advice from me, but it seems like you need a lot more things to do.
Right, during the tournament day.
Options.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you can die. You can die.
You know what's funny about
pigeonholing yourself.
That's what's funny about that Champs Tour tournament though is I went into it like open-minded to like, maybe trying some new spots, or
the fish tell you. I think figured it out,
right? And I think I stayed open-minded in the fact that I was like gonna be approaching the day different, like I was talking about, just moving spots quicker than I normally would have. Like that's an open-minded move for me, right? Because normally I'm slow and whatever.
Same.
But I went into it sort of pigeonholed in the fact that I wanted on that jig worm. That's what my deal was in practice, and that was what I was like. I had like 5 of them rigged up. Like I'm like this. Like if this don't work, like I'll have to try and figure something else out. But this is where my confidence is, and I'm buckling down on this, and obviously it panned out. But I think the biggest thing that really kind of helped me, I don't know, I guess stay calm throughout the whole day. I mean, I wasn't, but especially when I started to like see the possibility of like winning, or at least just taking top 5.
I could see that.
Anyway,
I actually
like
know
the
that
first
feeling.
Right.
Yeah.
The first my first spot, I only caught 2 fish, and I'm like, well, that ain't good. Like, started here because I thought I was gonna catch 30.
Right.
Like, so that didn't pan out. So I go to my next spot, or I try to go to my next spot. There's a boat on it. I'm like, okay, whatever. I got a bunch of spots I know I have fish, so I'll go to the next one. Go to the next one, catch 2 fish. I'm like, this isn't like not going the way I thought it was gonna. But it was like I was in like 12th place. So I'm just like, well,
yeah,
12th out of 50, and I got 4 fish right now. And that was like 8 o'clock, so an hour in. And I'm like, well, all right, not doing too bad. Then I go to my 3rd spot, which I didn't really even know if I was gonna fish that spot during the day. It wasn't really. It just was like I'm driving by it and there wasn't a boat on it. I'm like, I got 5 bites here in practice. I gotta stop here and check it.
Right.
I shook them off, and I'm just like, well, all right. Stop there, rattle off 8 of them like quick. So I'm like, and then my marshal's like, oh, you're up to 5th place, and I'm just like, dang, all right, moving right along. Well, then it's just like I go to my next spot. And sorry if this is getting to be a drug out story, but like,
no,
go to my next spot and, 6 more. He's like, oh, you're in 3rd. I'm like, well, I'm not catching them like that good, but sure. Like, apparently I'm catching them just good enough to keep sliding up. And like, just having that, this was, call it 10 o'clock now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just knowing that I was like, I wasn't catching them that good, but I was actually moving up, was just like, all right, just keep doing what I'm doing. So I kind of just settled in.
That helps a lot.
Just settled in, kept doing what I was doing. And then the spot that I ended up catching like 2/3 of the fish on, I must have watched half a dozen boats go through it before I got there.
Really?
And I'd see a boat go through it, and I'm like, crap, because that was my next, where I was going next.
Yeah. Like,
I'd see a boat just go through, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it 15 minutes,
I'll
just whatever.
Give it a little time.
And another boat would pull in like 12 minutes later, and I'm just like,
really?
So
then you pick a different spot, or would you stay where you're at?
I was still kind of slowly catching a couple of fish.
Shell shocked, open your bail, let your jig worm soak a little longer. Oops, I got one.
Right. So I kind of was like staying on this spot where I could still see that other one. But then it was like, it seemed like every time I'd be like another boat go through there. I'm like, do I even go over there now? But I'm like, I shook off a lot of fish there. There was like one of the only spots that actually had a lot of coontail. Anyway, finally, a boat leaves, and I didn't even let it wait. I'm like, I just want to go check it. I pull up over there, come at it from a different angle than I saw the other guys going at it from. And I catch 10 fish in like 15 minutes, right? Like,
yeah.
Like I saw all these boats just go through there. I'm like, did they, like, what? Were they not casting? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't want that to sound like.
No.
But like, I just was like, holy smoke. Like, I just watched how many boats go through here. And I mean, if they got 10, they wouldn't have left that quick. Well, so I don't know if it was just jigworm deal or was it an angle deal? It actually wasn't an angle deal because I came at it from every which direction and blasted them after.
It was a big bait deal. I would assume they liked what you were throwing, and then I feel like you fished it slower and more methodical, probably.
Which is
sounds
something
like they went through and left, and that's not a type of spot you can necessarily do that as easy as like going and fishing a dock quick. Which I watched that happen on Lahamadou for 2.5 hours before I finally got on the dock, and I watched. I mean, every time I went to try to fish it, there was a different boat on it.
Right.
And I was the only one who parked there for an hour and a half. So, like,
right,
there's something to that.
Well, and
so
then,
that's all I can think of with what you've done. And I don't catch fish like that behind people ever. Like, it's not about that. They maybe caught 2 and couldn't get another one.
Well, and
I kept going,
I'm like, maybe they were just, winding a chatterbait over it or flipping a jig through it. Because, like,
it's a different mentality, right?
Right.
And
I just was so locked into that jig worm. It was just working. So, like, I'm like, why do I even...
If you're locking a jig worm in, it's a different mentality than a guy even, like, who's got a bunch of stuff and's like, I'm going to fish 10, 15 minutes and I'm out. Or 10 minutes and I'm out. And they get 0 to 2 bites doing it, I don't know, the way that worked in practice. They freaking roll out.
Right.
Or they're already spun out, which...
Right. That could be, too. I mean...
To be honest with you, I think that happens in that format more than a 5 fish.
I could totally see that. Like, I remember... saying to my marshal or saying to buddies after
and I'm
the
guilty,
tournament,
probably,
where I'm just like, I had a really fun day, and it went as good as it possibly could have, but I also see how that could be like the most stressful, worst day of fishing of your entire life.
It
but
can be.
it was
if it
great.
doesn't go your way,
That's what I mean. I'm like, it was great for me, right? But I totally get why that would be so stressful. But one more thing that with that spot was, I literally spent from 11:30 to 3 o'clock just 50-yard stretch, just back and forth, and like when I get to really just like hunker in on something and fish really slow and like I know they're there. I mean, I was seeing them, but then also just a lot of times it was so windy that day too. So I remember just like I knew they were there. I just spot lock and kind of fan cast like a little, just a little area. And when I get to do that, I feel like that's where I'm at my best. So I got to be really. I got to do my favorite thing, which is just soak and be methodical, and which is also how Damien and I won Gull. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Stayed on one like 100-yard stretch for 6 hours of the entire day. So I don't know. I'm just starting to, and then like everything that I've ever had like big time success with, or like every weeknight tournament that I win back home, like yes, Johnston. That's why a lot of times that's who we're fishing against. If he's winning, it's usually he's zipping across the lake, boop, 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 dock here, dock there, boom, boom, boom. But if I win, I got to sit on one clump of grass for the whole evening. And me and my dad are plucking them off just left and right. Like and
I'm the same way.
And dude, that's where I learned it, right? Like and
I learned it from somebody too.
Right. So like that was something that big time rubbed off on me from fishing with you was like when something's working or there's fish, it's like, okay, it's a strength of ours, right? Where if we get to hunker down on something, we're deadly. I mean, just straight up, like that's
River.
You're not gonna, you don't want me to
River Bogie Gull. I mean, every Champions Tour I've been knocking on the door of winning. It's been that
because
scenario,
you had
right?
like a core area.
Every top 5 is
where you've been able to just slink around, make good casts, take your time.
1 to 5 areas.
Yeah. That's
Or 1 to 5 spots, typically 1 to 3 areas.
Right. Yeah, and if it's not like that, I mean, there might be if I got to go bang 400 docks in a day, I don't even know if that's possible. I've never done that, but if I got to go bang 1,000,000 docks, like I'm probably not your guy that day. But if it's a bite where you only need a handful of areas and you can really soak on it, like that's where I'm confident.
The problem for me with Champs Tour and docks is like it is good enough to win, but it just feels like to me most of the time you're punting.
Yeah, I get that.
Except when No Schultz, Arnold Helgerson, blah, 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 this guy, and this guy have won on docks. Like, right? But it's
right. But it's probably...
Like, I feel like my finishes went from, like, my bombs. This is a nugget. My bombs went from 42nd, for, like, having a bomb in the season, right? To turning that bomb into a 20 to 26th place, right?
Huge.
Or 18th to 29th place, right? Mm-hmm. Which points at the end of the season, like, I used to be a bubble boy when I first started, like barely making the championship, right? And it was because I'd have 1 to 2 bombs.
Right.
Every year.
Damien, you listening, brother?
And then I'd have 1 top 5 or like I'd have a second or top 2 or top 5. That's top 3 or top 5 and then 2 bombs or a bomb.
That's
right.
Every single year of team trail, Damien and I will have like, 3 great tournaments, top 10s, top 5s, and then we'll have like a 38th.
Yeah.
Which is out of 50. That's so, like that was us this year on
right.
Tonka we had 38th, but then the other tournaments we had 5th, 8th, 5th.
Right.
And then a 38th on Tonka. And it was like, ugh, if we could ever string together 5 good tournaments.
But like from a point standpoint, pulling the plug on my offshore program
Yeah, knowing when to do that, managing the chaos.
Well, it's a matter of I used to do it 45 minutes left, and last year it was like pulling the plug and just going fishing either an hour or 2 hours into that half.
This ain't working. Quit forcing it. Let's, in a way you're punting, but you're kind of just like.
I don't know. Every sword is double-edged, right?
Well, and every lake is different, and some lakes you're like you might be better off.
Introducing the chicken rod from Vocelka Fishing and Customs. This is the perfect rod for swim baits, chatterbaits, and big hair jigs like the chicken that's become so popular in Minnesota. This is a 7'6" heavy action rod with a moderate fast taper. The perfect action for landing those fish on a long cast, cover in water. Introducing the chicken rod. Visit VocelkaFishing.com.
Just continuing to do what you do because, there's so much give and take.
I think I'm going to throw this tomorrow during the major.
Why not, right?
I don't know. I just learned how to throw this thing on BWA.
That was the one.
He had me throwing this in the morning first. That was the first bait he had me throw. And I'm like, so I've just learned to throw a glide bait this year, right? Where I feel like I have the glide bait I really feel confident in. I freaking know how to make it not blow out. And I've got a bait that doesn't blow out and does everything I need it to. And it's like covered. This is so foreign to me, but like I think of a Tiny Clash, right? And right now that Grace is like the best selling swim bait in Japan. The 280, the 240, and the 210. And the way he had me fishing this 210, that's a deep diving lip. It comes out.
I was just going to ask you, yeah.
Yep. So, and you can change the tail to the normal, like the Grace. You can put the Grace 240 tail on it and fish it like a glide. So it's a smaller Grace 240, but it's designed to really, like what he had me doing, I guess, like he's been smoking 10 pounders, like on the right day, like with it on BWA, was literally, I'm thinking like I got to crank this thing, right? And literally, he's like, nope, just tap your rod. Tune.
Like slack to tight.
Yep, like a medium slack line to tight. Bum.
It's like a really, really, really lazy jerkbait tap.
Like a slower jerkbait tap. And I felt like I was doing it like slow, right? And then he's like, nope, softer. Like you barely got to tap it. I'm like, interesting. And I like just as I was like kind of learning the bait, like in the morning, there was a big one coming up on it, and I feel like I was not doing it right,
Well, especially when you have like the adrenaline of like, oh my god, there's a big one looking at it. You're already like,
bait. I've never done anything right.
Yeah, easy to like maybe minorly mess up at that point when you got what you think is a 10-pounder looking at it. You're like probably not
100%. And for those of you who don't know, I just got back from Japan, so I just got done fishing Lake Biwa. I fished with the, guy who designs all the Galapagos products. His name is Kato-san, and he's a guide full-time on Lake Biwa, and we had a blessed day, but he had me throwing this in the morning. What was crazy to me is I barely tap, and this thing is down 4 to 6 feet, and it'll slow float.
I was just going to say, is it kind of suspend or?
I'm barely tapping it. And all of a sudden, like, it's freaking down 4 to 6 feet, and it's like the tail is fixed, like its tail's broken, and it's just,
It's amazing.
But it's hovering, right? Then I think about mid-strolling. So it's kind of mid-strolling a hard bait in a way that acts completely different than probably what they're used to seeing and looks like what they want to eat. And is looking more easy to eat than a fully healthy frickin' tuna, or
That's cool.
Iwashi or Haisu or Ayu or
it's all the bait fishing biwa.
Ibishu. Yeah, there's a few different ones. I'm like, give me a sec. I'm on the spot
Wagasaki's
now.
a smelt, right?
Smelt. Yep, and that's probably the most common bait fish throughout Japan, and they're actually a little bit smaller in Biwa.
than like what we have over here.
Yeah, like it seems
more like a 2.5, 3 inch size bait. Because like I feel like a lot of the smelt we have over here are like 4 or 5 inches.
Yeah, 3 to 5 is kind of the smelt size in Japan. Like
Oh,
they don't.
well,
and then
3 to 5. Yeah, I feel like that's pretty. I feel like I don't see very many 6-inch smelt, at least not on the lakes that I fish or like Pekegama.
Right.
Like every time I've seen one spit one up there, it's usually like 4 or 5 inches.
Right. Dace are popular bait fish. Oikawa.
Do they all look
Ayu.
similar, like long and slender, like a smelt?
Yeah. No. Yes.
Or
and
some
no.
of them taller,
Between a
like
smelt,
a
a Cisco, and a shad, and
Okay.
there's nuances to each of them.
Sure.
Is what I'm learning, and there's sizes to each of them. But like the Grace 280, the really big one, is selling really good in Japan, and he had me throw out 50 casts that day.
Yeah, like what are those
big
bigger
one.
baits mimicking? Some of the bigger
Dace.
dace,
Big
which is
I
like
think.
what, similar to like a Cisco that we have over here?
It's got kind of stripe, like more slight stripe.
More
it's a
so like
little
profile wise. Like is it like a
I would say between a shiner and like a carp,
okay.
or like a sucker and a shiner. I would say like more scaly than a sucker, or more scaly than a shiner.
Like bigger scale, like somewhere halfway between a carp to or a sucker to shiners type scales.
That is designed to mimic a dace. Really
Interesting.
good.
I feel like you see
So
that
they're
color pattern in a
da-
lot of Japanese hard baits too.
Yeah, so
Like or like not that specific pattern, but like that design with those like lines on the top and
yeah, so like sounds like that's like kind of more gizzard chatty. Like it's going to be a little bit bigger.
Sure.
You know, and I think it was dace, but
Sure.
it could have
Okay,
been.
well, I don't think unless
this instead of this. And
I don't think too many
dace
people
might
are-
have been a 5-6 inch thing or
Yeah.
the 4 inch. Like,
probably not too many of our buddies are going to correct you on that. So
but I was mind blown at I guess like how they fish swim and how slow he fished the 280 was mind blowing.
yeah, I remember you saying that. That's
Yep.
When you think you're going slow, go slower.
But I think I can get this 6 feet and then.
I mean, right? It's should be sunny tomorrow, so they should be looking up and wanting to. I mean, at least you'd probably have better odds of doing it versus like a cloudy day.
I mean, this 210, it's just like all I thought about was like, oh man, I love the 240. I want to put a 240 tail on it, pull the lip out, and like do that. But then I like look at Biwa and like what some of these guys are doing with some of these types of baits to get really big bites, and it's like, man, I'm excited to kind of just spend some time messing with it because you can throw it on a Vocelka chicken rod.
Mm-hmm.
The 210, the Grace 210.
What, like a 2-ounce bait or what?
Frick. I got the box right there.
You'll be able to find it quicker than I can. Well, it says I think on the front.
2.1 ounces. Yeah. So it's perfect on a chicken rod.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Especially treble bait. It's going to,
20 pound.
I would say 18 to 20 pound, depending how you roll, but I'm probably
Yeah.
20.
Yeah,
Yep.
like if I feel like if I'm throwing something that size, I'd probably.
Yep. And you
prefer
can
20.
crank it down too, but like then it comes with a normal lip too. And
Yeah, I
then,
saw this one.
yeah.
I think had the normal lip in it. Is
Yeah.
that just 2 different sizes?
Yeah, buddy texted me today, said he caught 4 good ones on the river today with the normal lip. Walking
cool.
it down some wrap out of the current where they winter.
Was it
Luffenbag,
Gade?
Wilmoth, Stout, Hauk. It could have been any one of those guys, but I'm not going to say who, but it might have been. It was Mike Wilmoth, who's one of Schlapper's good buddies, who Wyatt knows pretty well.
Sure.
I think they call him Panky or something.
It's one of this one's Corey.
I can't
Well,
remember
it's
what
probably-
they call Mike, but they call
Yeah.
Wilmoth something, and I fucking fucked it up. I can't.
Well, I
remember,
know
but
Corey.
I want to
Shout
say it's
out-
Panky.
Shout out Corey. Yeah, he's the king of nicknames, man. Every time you hang out with him, he's got a new buddy with another nickname.
It's probably one of my favorite dudes to drink like a beer
Dude.
with.
Okay, real quick, Corey appreciation, dude. I mean,
Yep.
Corey, if you're listening, call me.
This one's, this one's for you. It's not
one's for-
spotted and it ain't a cow, but
Hey.
it's fucking golden for you.
Yeah, he's one of them good guys, man.
Yeah, and fuck you, Wyatt.
Wyatt's a great dude too. Obviously, they're all good dudes.
Cade is too. Like,
They are.
Cade's a good dude. Wilmoth, just getting to know Mike Wilmoth, but those are kind of like, a lot of them river dudes are pretty good dudes.
A lot of them, except for a couple that really aren't.
From the sounds of it, yeah, it's like ain't much in between. From the sounds of it,
nope. We'll leave it at that.
You ever been to Weaver Bottoms? You'll understand what I'm saying. Next thing you know, your phone, your wallet, and your fucking truck's broken.
Yeah, your wallet's gone.
And your wallet's gone. I slept at the Weaver Bottoms boat ramp one time.
Was it that same weekend?
No, it was the tournament Dane and I won. First night of practice.
Glory days.
Yep, where I found our starting spot that day. Yeah, that one. Yeah. That's what was cool about the river this year. Like the first half, it was angles, but doing something new that I've like really had.
I remember watching that. I remember watching that video, and I'm not familiar with anything on
that place, man.
Not familiar with anything on the lacrosse pool, so I don't know how the spot you were fishing laid out. But it was like just watching you fish that and describe it, and we talked on the phone after and everything too. But
it's exactly how I want to catch it.
Well, it's just it's an impress. Like I feel like it's just really impressive to like dial something like that in, because like it looked so. Maybe not to other river people, it probably seemed like, oh yeah, obviously he's just doing this. But like for someone who doesn't fish rivers much, that looked like kind of like a daunting thing to try and figure out, like trying to get that angle down and, you know, bait. Obviously, I think you were throwing like a tube, right? It's like that's not rocket science, but like figuring out a weight
for some of them,
how to make the cast come through the current.
The tube was familiar. Like that was easy to figure out. Yep. The high roll
angle sounded like
the stroll and the high roll was ended up being the magic ticket.
Sure.
Like tournament day. And the tube was like, that would have got me, I mean, I would have been in second with the tube. But the fish I had, like, I lost fucking 5-pounder and 1/4.
I remember you saying that.
So, and one of them straightened my hook out because of the angle had me down current.
Oh, way more pressure than you would have liked to have been putting on them.
Yeah, and it was high roll on a rig, so like bait caster put a little too much on
bigger,
them.
A little too much mustard.
Yeah, that was a Koiketon head actually. So like it actually like that's a spin and pull head only.
Oh, no. Koiketon. Which one am I thinking?
Koiketon head. Straightened out on me.
Oh, but the bigger gauge ones
are bait caster, like strolling.
I was gonna say this is one right here, right? That's Koiketon. That's Voit Veribas.
Yeah, I love the head, but I just didn't have my drag set loose.
I was gonna say because like you get like the 3/16, that's definitely a bigger gauge hook on it.
It jumped and then it freaking dogged down current.
Yeah,
and like came back. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
but the first one I lost was like almost in my hand by the boat.
That's heartbreaking.
No, but that was like clue. That was the first bite I got on the spot after fishing it 20 minutes.
Yeah, you were more excited about just figuring something out.
I knew it. And then I caught one. I'm like, no, that's fine. I'm going to catch one every cast now. As long as like it's quick. We just need to do it quick and right now. And I landed the fish right without freaking nervous balls and freaking, you know, some calm, cool correctness. And
yeah,
then it was fine. But like, that's my jam, man. I wish I could do that more often. We don't get to do that very often where I'm from.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I love strawberry Kit Kats, man. My God.
Those are good. I'm going to have one again later.
You better get on it because there ain't too many left. There's the dark chocolate strawberry ones, which definitely aren't as good.
They aren't, huh?
Well, unless I gotta really like dark chocolate.
I do like dark chocolate.
Okay.
I honestly would prefer...
I have to eat them upside down.
Why?
Just... It's better that way. The strawberry is better than the dark chocolate.
Oh, so you got to keep the strawberry on your tongue as you're chewing? Is that what you're telling me?
You got to keep that the primary. If that makes sense.
All right. No, I like dark chocolate, though.
Then you should keep that as the primary, you know? Eat it like you would a Kit Kat.
Mm-hmm.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Am I crazy to say I like this one better?
Perfect. I'll eat the other strawberry one. It is good.
Mm-hmm.
It is good. You ever had a Pocky stick?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Is it like the Japanese sugar sticks?
Mm-mm. Better.
Ooh. Are they like pretzels dipped in chocolate?
Yeah.
That's badass.
Yeah, bye.
Alicia would love these.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. My wife had these like chocolate covered pretzels that were
You can bring those back.
delicious. Score some brownie points.
Just tell her to be nicer to me next time. Like, she's kind of starting to be mean to me.
I
Like,
know,
she used to be
she's-
nice and like.
She can be a bit of a roast master sometimes.
Oh no, I don't mind the roasting, but it's just like, a little kindness once in a while wouldn't hurt.
Don't worry, she does that to me
Especially
too.
with all I do for her.
I know.
It's the least she could do.
I know. Well, hey, I get it at home too, so.
This is the other one I wanted you to try. Like the drumsticks,
Oh, like wait.
the ice cream ones.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, think of that, but not frozen.
The Caplico,
Caplico.
mini Caplico.
Mini Caplico. Yep. Yeah, I think you'll like it.
I don't see why not.
Do you want to know the other thing about Japan?
Let's hear it.
They reel in their jerk baits. They don't jerk them. I did for
extremely
20
interesting.
20 casts. It wasn't a deal that day, but supposedly there's days where that's the business.
Dude, this is like it like actually feels like ice cream, but it's
Isn't that
obviously
weird?
Not,
I know.
dude.
Yeah,
That's
I know. It's like, where am I? Am I in the Twilight Zone?
it's like chocolate ice cream that doesn't.
Did
melt,
aliens
dude.
abduct me? Am I being fucked with right now? You know what I mean? That's how I felt the first bite of that as well. So
Well, I just purposely like only ate the top just a little bit to see. Unfortunately, none of the viewers are gonna get to experience this.
wait
but
till you
I'll
gluck
enjoy
gluck
it.
that thing, dude. I'm telling you right now.
Easy. We gotta turn the cameras off.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Dude, what?
Right?
It's like
Your life is different now.
it is. It's like a.
You didn't think that was possible.
Like the cone is nothing groundbreaking, but the
I'm with you.
filling,
Yep.
the like what looks like the ice cream is like. It's like biting into a packing peanut that you could actually bite through.
yes,
and it
yes,
tastes identical to chocolate ice cream.
and has a similar texture.
If I bit into this,
without the brain freeze or the tooth.
well,
freeze.
if you pulled this out of the freezer, and I bit into it with my eyes closed, and you're like, "What was that?" and I'd be like, "Chocolate ice cream, no doubt,"
Oh yeah.
because I would the
Be that-
texture.
Yep.
And I don't know. Sorry, going in depth on this.
No,
babe.
that's
There's this,
people need to know, man, because this is otherworldly. Like, and that's what we are. We're about. We're a bridge for culture here at the Galaxy, and
Japanese. They're 10 steps ahead at all times.
I got to be honest. What I learned when I was over there is not only are they the future on bass fishing tackle, but they are also the future on snacks.
You got that right.
All of them. Yeah. So, this is the other one that's worth trying. It's very light. It's not going to fuck up your... You ain't going to have butt issues tomorrow with that thing. Either of them.
Looks like a cigar.
It's a crepe. It's a rolled up crepe dipped in like, I don't know. Dipped in goodness. That was one of my more recent discoveries. The first time I went there, I discovered the strawberry Kit Kat and the Pockies. This year I discovered the ice cream cones and those and a few other things. What is it called again? Got that wrapper.
It's tasty.
Bourbon Le Monde.
Yeah, everything has been delicious.
When the French settlers surrendered to Japan, they offered up Bourbon Le Monde. It was weird, like it is a more traditional culture over there, so like you did have to be careful, like you might insult like the emperor of something.
Yeah, when like now I could be like, yeah, no, that wasn't that good. But every time you were over there, you're probably like, oh yeah, this is wow.
No,
really
no,
good.
no. No. Like I was pretty honest, like if I
Right.
didn't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the raw
Like I'd
squid
be-
I didn't like. The raw tuna, I'm like, that's not bad. The
Dude,
raw red snapper, like not that bad. The raw horse
That
I was so scared. I was so afraid, Hayden.
I believe you
But
that
I
it was
actually-
good, but that is insane.
It was better than the raw squid, and it was better than the raw red snapper. That's right, Bass Galaxy. I did eat raw horse, and I will admit, it wasn't that bad.
I mean, all right, okay. It's going to sound crazy, but like, why wouldn't a horse just be good, though? Cows are
straight up.
delicious. Like, why can't I just have a horse ribeye and why wouldn't that be just as good or maybe better than a cow?
Dude, and like,
Now that I really think about it, like,
what makes them so fucking special? You know what I
just
mean?
because crazy women like to ride them?
You ain't
Sorry,
calling
Danny.
up a horse Uber, right? Like, they ain't solving any problems. Like, as far as like actual problems, besides maybe some mountain hunting, right?
Yep.
Or some,
yeah.
rough terrain. But as far as like, I get that, but what do you do with the rest of them?
Yeah, they eat them.
Oh, let's take it to a show. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if they do that with cows too. Yes,
Yeah.
but they also fucking
But
slaughter those cows
they
at a
fully-
mass scale.
They fully intend on eating them when
They
they're done.
grind the cows up into burgers.
And it's delicious.
I was telling Seth I ate raw horse, and he's like, "Dude, I feel like there's like McDonald's has to use some horse." And I never thought of that.
The McRib is back,
I heard
baby.
about like the human horse conspiracy, but not like the not that one yet.
No.
But
He's probably right.
dude, let's be honest, dude. Why do we put horse? Why?
Yeah,
isn't-
what's
why
so
isn't
special about a horse?
Why isn't horse served in the U.S.? It made me like. That's when you leave this country, you ask questions that you wouldn't have asked, and that's a really good one, Hayden.
Yeah.
So,
Too many, you know what it probably is? Too many of the craziest women in the world, or at least in the U.S., are defending these horses, and nobody wants to mess with it. So they're like, all right, you can have your horses, fine. We don't want to deal with the repercussions. Dude, because horse girls...
dude, if Dane's wife was
crazy.
an avid listener of his podcast,
Yeah, Danny, if you're listening to this, please show some mercy.
We're kind of
She's an exception.
she actually has a good sense of humor, and I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
she
she's
knows
cool. She's
that
got
I'm
a
not
fighter
talking
to
about-
her.
I'm not talking about eating her horses. Like, I would
No.
never eat her horses.
No.
I'm talking about eating everybody else's horses, not hers.
Yeah.
Like, no, Danny.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat your horses.
No, yours are
I want to eat your
fine.
neighbor's horses.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like more wild horse would be better, or like grass fed. Like,
Well, wild horse, I feel like could probably be like more gamey, right? Like kind of
Yeah,
like how
yeah.
they're
To
out
your
in the
point.
wild. They're nothing's consistent. They're just eating whatever's in front of them or whatever they can find.
Right.
Nice
Pasteurized in a different way,
Yeah.
if you will.
nice grain-fed horse. I don't know if that's a real thing or not. Not a horse guy.
Well, we're
probably
raised on grain here.
Horses eat
Sugar
like
and
some
grain.
sort of feed.
Feed, yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, like I feel like a Clydesdale wouldn't taste as good as like
Stallion.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know horse breeds.
The back straps on a horse gotta be just
Dude.
extra juicy, dude. Like think about
Well, there ain't gonna be as much fat on a horse, probably.
that's what I'm saying. Like that.
So
So
it's gonna
maybe
be extra lean.
so it's a quicker cook
Yeah.
or a longer cook. I
Yeah,
don't know
there's
shit
not-
about cooking, so I'm definitely speaking on my own
Yeah,
here.
they're definitely gonna be. It's probably gonna be a. Yeah, there's definitely not gonna be no grizzle, or at least not as much as a steak from a cow.
Well, I've heard they use like horse hoof stuff gel and whale blubber for Jello,
I've heard like chicken.
but not
Chicken
these
fat.
Jellos. You need to try one of these. Just squirt it in your mouth.
Oh, what the heck,
Yeah.
dude? Are you sure this isn't like one of the JDM scents that you put on your bait?
I think this might be like the blueberry stuff like Taku uses and like mixes up with his noris. Like, because I know he uses some fruit stuff, so it could be. I'm not
Dude,
gonna say
what?
no.
Okay. It perfectly squeezes out of this little package, but then you have to like chew it. It's like a jelly that is.
Yeah.
It's like a really firm Jello
Yeah. Yeah.
with minimal flavor. in this tiny little package. It's like, it was like they forgot to put the rest of the flavoring in this.
It wasn't my favorite one, but I think you should try the peach.
Well, dude,
and,
it's a super.
You should try the peach.
Wait, I feel like that's
The peach
they
one's
are
better.
different.
Yeah, the peach one's better.
What
than
flavor
the
is
grape.
this one?
That's grape, I think.
Okay. Oh, I should have guessed by the purple package.
Orihiro. Oh yeah, dude, the peach one's way fucking better.
Did you finish yours? That
The
one?
grape, yeah.
Dang,
Yeah,
you just
bone dry. Slurped it all up, bud.
should make an Uncrustable with this stuff.
Yeah. No, honestly. No, the problem is these Japanese snacks ain't gonna make it till summer, but like I need like probably some of these for some stitches in the boat.
This stuff is like, it's so.
I got
it's
Seth
so
3 packs of like OG Japanese cigs.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's
and like
awesome.
I don't know if he will, but in my mind I'm like, you need one more big one Derby Day. Mm-hmm. Save that one. Save the JDM.
Especially in a smallmouth tournament.
Any of them, yeah. But
One of the non-scoping smallmouth tournaments next year, you got to pull out the Japanese cigs.
do you like this one better?
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
delicious.
that was fucking.
Yeah, this has been probably my least favorite thing, but the most unique thing for sure.
But the weirdest fucker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have another good one for you. This is your Japanese sampling hour with Hayden Anderson and Aaron Teal, and
I got to put a pause on that.
these are called the Ohiro fucking Jello thingies.
That's by far the weirdest candy I've ever eaten. I mean,
I was hoping you'd say that.
just the whole concept behind it is just.
I mean, it's the
insane.
gayest thing I've ever seen you do.
Never mind.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Is this like taffy?
Yeah, just like a high, yeah,
Like a
like
hard.
chew. But like it's got some fizzle to it. It's a nice little, like it's the best cola candy I think I've ever put in my mouth.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like a cola flavored pop, soda pop. Yep.
It does say cola right on top.
Yeah, fucking English motherfucker. Do you speak it? They put it. They like how nice of them to even put that on there for you.
Right. Well, I noticed in a lot of your Snapchats that you sent, there was a lot of like bad English on like signs and
English. I did see quite a
Exactly.
like those like yes, like how they would pronounce it on accident. You'd see like, and you'll see that on Japanese packages. Grapanan, Gripanan, Jiripanan. That's green pumpkin.
Oh, I'm like, what
Like,
are you?
that's
Okay.
how they're saying it. Like that's how it sounds to them.
That's funny.
So it's just because the language barrier is way different, bro. But dude, it's the most amazing people you'll ever meet. And I'm just wondering, my buddy was texting me about this thing. So, yeah, there's shit they're doing that we have no fucking clue about. That's all I'll say about that. And like they're ninjas over there, like in a good way. Amazing people.
Totally.
Amazing fishermen.
Yeah, it's impressive stuff. I just got to keep inventing stuff. Imagine how much of a daunting task it must be to be like a lure designer over there, where you're just like, oh, we just designed this awesome bait. Everybody's already caught on to it. Well, it's a good thing, right? Because they probably really enjoy it. But also, like, it's nonstop. They got it. Like, how have they not thought of everything by now? There's always something else. There's always another guy, another smarter guy.
That
just-
inspires something else.
Right, like it
right?
just seemed to me. It just seems like that'd be a daunting task to like just constantly be. But it's. I also can see. Obviously, there's a lot of enjoyment in that too. But
Well, it's a matter of I think they've always been the best at making fine-tuned handcrafted stuff, right? That's gone back to samurai days, samurai swords, steel, anything, a product that you make, like their standards are high,
oh yeah,
and their attention to detail is just that's
Unmatched.
embedded in their culture. Like that is like hard grained into their culture. Like it's
Yeah.
like there's shame if you don't. Like,
Totally.
cheapening something up and freaking sending it, like, shame.
You study for math test.
Shame. You feel shame. But, like, you have some aspects to that, and I feel like I have some aspects to that, and there's a lot of American companies that, some good American companies that have
Pride
access to
themselves
that.
on attention to detail and
Yeah.
perfecting an action or
Yeah.
making something different than what's currently available. Or
And I have a bone to pick with 6 Cents because they've cost me so much money on good marketing, making me think the bait, and it's not.
yeah.
It's never that good. Pisses me off.
Or
they've cost
or-
me a lot of money buying their shit.
Or it's just not user friendly at all, but it should be because it's just an American tackle company that shouldn't require. I mean,
And I'm not saying every bait should
know,
be user friendly, right? It's not
right.
necessarily that.
But also, like, what you're doing. Like, if you should be able to, if it was actually going to be a good bait, it shouldn't. You would have figured it out, and it would have been like. I guess is my point.
I agree 100%, and I think that's what's
Like, if
really,
you're not going to figure it out, I mean, really, who's gonna?
well, you're the only guy I know who's broken as much ice to bass fish, and you've designed probably one of the most badass cold water spinning rods I've ever thrown with the Spin Boss, and I guess
dude.
I want you to get into why that's effective for like this swim bait technique I'm about to do tomorrow.
Right.
And why other rods didn't quite do it for you.
Well, the major thing is like just the fact that it's it's the perfect length for doing the swim bait thing. It's got the right tip, right power and everything, which like that's just like blah blah blah, like that's just simple. But it's also
No, it's
like
not
super.
simple. It's important.
Well, right,
So don't
but it's
skip it.
right. So like I mean, it's super sensitive for cold water. It's crucial. I mean, any time of year, right?
Right.
Recoil guides. It's super light, no fatigue as you're fishing it for an entire day, whatever. But it's like, I mean, I designed it to be specifically for throwing like single hook baits that are 1/8 to about 3/8 of an ounce. I mean, I've thrown 1/2 ounce baby tubes on it too in really deep water. Like it handles that fine too. But yeah, it's just got the perfect like tip section to cast those baits. Something lighter like an 1/8 ounce or sometimes even lighter yet, but primarily between 1/8 to 3/8. And
But I think the key for it is it needed, like, it wasn't so much an issue with an 1/8, it was the issue you were having with 3/8.
right,
And
yeah,
quarter,
finding
quarter and 3/8, right? So finding a rod,
Right.
in that cold water when you want to throw something a quarter or 3/8, like, drove the hook home for you, right? And
Right.
you felt bites.
well, and
with
because
it.
you got to have something with enough power that you're actually going to be able to set the hook with,
and the right taper to maximize where that hook goes and how
Mm-hmm.
it stays.
right? Because late fall smallmouth, a lot of times you're fishing for them in 20 to 30, 35 feet of water. Sometimes it's that's deep water, right?
It's the
They
hardest
might-
time to feel a bite.
Right. It's cold.
got
You're wearing
gloves
gloves. You're easily distracted because it's like
4-minute
20
casts.
degrees. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes, you make a good cast, hits bottom right where they're sitting. You got a bunch of bow in your line. You need something that's going to, oh, okay, I got one. Reel up, set the hook. Maybe you don't reel up as much line as you should have. You got to have something with enough backbone that's still going to, so it's not like, it's not a broomstick, obviously, but it's certainly on the more powerful side of a spinning rod.
It's on the heavier side. Like, you could Texas rig a Senko with that and fish docks with
And I
it,
do.
right? Pull it out of slop, right? So it's definitely,
But it's got a
Probably one of
really,
the-
really good tip on it.
it does exactly what was missing for you. And pretty much, I mean, aside from throwing a bait lighter than 1/8 of an ounce, I mean, besides a Nico, I bet, like, it'll throw a Nico
right. That's
lighter
an
than
exception
1/8 pretty
because
good.
you got the weight of the worm.
Worm, right?
Yeah.
But aside from that real finesse stuff that his other rods do really good,
Right.
right.
Right. Besides,
deal for that, dude.
I mean, like you need like really, if you think about it, you need 3 spinning rods, right? Like you need your hair jig rod, for obvious reasons. You got to have something to
probably-
be able to chuck and wind.
You need
know.
one, and if you want to, it ain't gonna hurt you.
You're right. I've got,
got
two.
two.
I've got two, and my dad has one, and I pretty often I'll steal it from him for like a tournament weekend when I know I'm going to be doing that kind of stuff. And
I know a couple guys who have 4.
yeah, and for good reason, obviously.
100%.
But like you need one of those, and then you need like you kind of need your 6'10" to 7 foot medium light, drop shot stuff or lightweight,
lighter jig worm,
Yep. And then
lighter net.
And then this is your meat and potatoes rod right in the middle for everything else because it's the most versatile rod I own. Easy to just say that, right? But it's like that's literally the rod that I use for Ned rig, a baby tube, crawling a swim bait. That's what I use for Ned. Well, I already say Ned rig. But then like with largemouth, it's my Nico rig rod. That's what I won the Champs Tour tournament with throwing a jig worm the whole day. It's what I use for, like a heavier drop shot too. Like if I'm drop shotting like, say a 3/8 ounce in grass or something, or even a 1/4 ounce in grass.
Are you trying to tell me it's like the ultimate power finesse spinning rod?
That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and like I'll throw a minnow on it sometimes. Not like when I'm throwing smelt
Steer
nader.
ride, it throws a steer ride good enough.
Sure, I actually haven't messed with it doing that, but like when I'm
Tight
throwing like
lining,
a eighth quarter 3/8 ounce smelt nader with, when I'm just kind of hanging it or casting it and slow retrieve.
I actually like the spinning pole better for the big minnow than yours. The tip's a little softer,
Right.
is all. But,
Well, and I'm not saying I'm not trying to roll a bait with that.
and you're not selling the bait rod as a big
Right.
minnow strong
Right,
rod.
right.
That's not. We're
Just-
selling it as like the ultimate
Just
power
expressing
finesse
its
rod.
versatility because like
Yes.
I'll use
you
it.
can
for,
do it with that.
right.
Sorry, didn't
No,
mean to
you're good.
interrupt you.
Yeah, no, you're good. But yeah, it does everything. Everything that we're describing right now. It's a versatile rod.
I love it. I broke my first one. Being an absolute idiot, I slammed it like I shut a door on it. and broke.
Classic. You did the
So
bill
it was like-
dance.
Yeah, 100%. So like, and the one I have now, I'm just babying, and I absolutely. Probably set the hook most of the day with it tomorrow if they ain't eating the blade.
I was actually just telling my buddy Christian yesterday. He was asking me about it because he saw the Black Friday thing going on. He's like, "Hey, looking at getting one of those." I'm like, "Yeah, do you need one?" And I'm like, "It's literally the rod. I guarantee you, it is the rod I've set the hook with the most this year."
Dude, I wonder if this pod will come out before Black Friday. It might actually.
Yeah,
If I get it to Cole in time to get it edited and up.
yeah. So if you're listening right now, between now and Cyber Monday is when I think Dane said it ends. So
Black Friday sale, or else you're late.
otherwise,
We're not sure.
Otherwise, you
But-
shouldn't have been snoozing.
If you didn't get a rod for Dane's Black Friday sale yet, and it's past Black Friday, you're late.
But
However,
if you're listening before,
if you're listening before, you save 25%, which on a rod,
it's big
that's
time.
quite a
It's
few
lot for a
shekels.
rod. Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you don't see rods going for 25% off very often. Not custom rods.
Not rods like that, dude.
No. Not a custom hand-built rod by Mr. Dane.
Not specialty rods like that,
Right.
right? There ain't an oversupply of them, so it's like you just typically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a first opportunity I think he's ever offered it.
Yeah, I don't think I've.
And
seen
I've had a
him
lot
do
of people text me about like used rods and like, or if there's any codes or anything, but like now's the time. You got, I think, Friday through Monday.
that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get yourself a new rod if you've been thinking about one.
No pressure, but if you want to be happy, if you want your marriage to last, you need that rod in tip-top shape, if you know what I mean.
That's right. Unsheath the rod.
And you might say, Aaron, it's a bad time of year. And I said, you know what? What else are you going to do all winter besides play with your rod? Know what I mean? What the fuck else are you going to do up here?
That's right.
I work. Like,
Yeah.
thank God for winter. I get work done, right?
Yeah.
I don't have that temptation. I don't know how Southern boys do it.
Yeah, I don't either.
Most of them don't fish in the winter that much, though.
Which is crazy, because if I just had open water around me year round, like, yeah, like obviously.
I'm going to get us a beer.
This is tasty.
Absolutely. While I grab this beer, it's a friendly reminder that this podcast is brought to you by Thorne Brothers. If you're not busy right now, why don't you head on over to thornebros.com. That's THORNEBROS.com. They've got some epic selections. They've got JDM equipment, American tackle. You can get these baits we were talking about right there. Northland Smeltnators, YG Labo, Galapagos, Matatachi, Depths, you name it. So, excellent selection. We'll see you there while I grab this beer. My freshman college roommate, got bumblebees tattooed on his knees. Yeah, bees knees. He's the bees. Yeah, bees knees.
All right.
It's clever,
Yeah.
and I don't know how many times if it would have been done before. So, I gotta give him points for boldness, but can't say I would have made that move, Cotton. However, Jut
I've definitely seen a few of his
Vikings
tattoos.
logo tattooed on his ass. So, like full on Scandinavian Viking on. I forget if it's the left or the right cheek, but my God,
Kind of glad you don't remember.
yeah. So same.
Yeah,
right?
it's quite good that you're not like sure exactly which
Couldn't even
side.
tell you, but
I probably, if you'd have known exactly which one, it's like kind of favoring the top of the right cheek.
northeast corner of the left cheek.
I'd be like, whoa, buddy,
Yeah.
a little,
Boy.
little too familiar with where that tattoo is.
Whoa.
Pump the brakes.
Yeah. How far is my room away?
Nothing'll make a couple of guys laugh more than some subtle gay jokes.
Hey, man. I'm offended.
Yeah, dude, it's nothing to joke about.
Nothing to joke about. Nothing to joke about. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude,
I'm
that
gonna
does.
freaking mushroom stamp you with this leaf tail. What's that Step Brothers line?
Which part?
So, dude, so that makes you gay, you fucker. He's like, when they're yelling at each other in Step Brothers. Never mind.
Well, I mean, I love that movie.
We don't
I've
have
seen it a
Jamie here to
bunch.
help us
I
out
know.
with this, so like,
Give
we
it a
won't bore
goog.
you with that. Goody goo.
You ever listen to the Protect Our Parks with
All of them.
Dude, those are the
Never miss
such
them.
good. You got Mark Norman. Hey, J-Mo, give it a goog. Pull it up.
Give it a goog, J-Mo. Dude,
Here's-
those are
here-
great. And
here's
like, I
something-
feel like that's like fisherman BS in a garage.
Right.
You know?
Oh my. Yeah, that's exactly.
I mean, maybe minus the fucking shrooms and shit. But
right. Yeah, they go hard.
hey, I got nothing against it, but it's just
It's
not common in a fishing garage, you know?
Yeah. Who would be like? Who's like your three favorite comedians?
Willie Papa, Matt Thompson, and Shane Gillis.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever got. I haven't gotten a.
Nobody's
either
had
of
me
those two
rolling
guys.
on the ground like Matt Thompson.
remember
I
you
will say
saying
that.
Yeah. Okay, so if we're talking fisherman comedians, dude, nobody makes me laugh harder than Hayes Baldwin.
Really?
Dude, I
See, you overhyped him for me. Hayes Baldwin is not that funny.
dude, he's just so fun to be around.
He is fun to be around.
And I think he's hilarious. Just his demeanor and everything. Like, dude, just
I think he's funny too. If he could pay attention a little bit more. I just love fucking with Hayes Baldwin.
Yeah.
Mostly, yeah. And I'm fucking with him right now. Even though he's probably walleye fishing right now or
Yeah.
drilling a hole or
he's probably throwing the jig and crawl butter.
butter. Dude, I'd love to have Buddy Jaron on.
Dude,
I would love to try to fuck with that guy for 3 hours.
dude, and he'd throw it right back at you.
And I
don't know if
I feel
anybody
like I could roll with it.
Yeah, you
I
could.
feel like I could
Between Hayes and I, we could probably line
feed
it up.
off of that. He might bring something out of me that I don't want to see.
He could. Yeah, he's a funny dude too.
What's he like off Insta Reel?
He a lot of it is like you can have obvious, like you watch some of his videos, you might think like, whoa, is he like that all the time? Like, no, like he's just really funny like that, and he can, like, he'll think of something on the spot and he just goes with it, and it's funny. But like, you can have real conversations with him and talk about real life stuff, and it's like, you know, he's not like that nonstop. The way he explained it to me, he's like, yeah, okay, you see Will Ferrell, you're not going to expect him to just be Buddy the Elf all the time, right? Like, he's like,
what's your favorite color?
Right. So he's like, you
Shut
know,
up.
Yeah. So he's really cool, and he was fun to go fishing with this spring.
Is he any good?
What's that?
Can
Good.
you catch him?
Oh yeah, yeah, he catches them. Yep. And yeah, we had a fun day fishing and laughed a lot. I mean, it's funny because like he was able to break the ice with like a stranger so much quicker than I would have ever been able to like warm up to somebody that I've ever like met for the first time.
I believe it.
Like,
I believe it. I bet he could do it in a way you'd never do it too.
Yeah, like he
Like,
literally
hey, do you see where the mayflies are at?
no, like hops in the boat, just farts, just loud right away.
so
Just you're just like, whoa, all right, there we go.
You wait like 2 hours, or how long would you wait? A day?
Probably not even that day. Yeah, like I'm not gonna
6
just with
months?
somebody I've never fished with before. I'm not just gonna rip ass like that.
So it's 6 months before you break wind
I guess
in
it
front of
depends.
another angler. Like
No.
that's a little gay, dude.
No, well,
What are you worried
I didn't
about?
say 6 months. I
You
just
don't
said I'm
know
probably
how tight
not.
it is down there.
Yeah, man.
I like to let people know I'm tight down there.
Start playing the trumpets.
Yeah, no, like that's dude. So you hold it? That's really bad for you to hold
I
it.
feel like I'm
that.
pretty good at letting silent ones rip.
That's just mean. That's just not even nice. Not like
downwind.
nobody even gets a warning. like at least if you hear it, you know you have 30 seconds to get out of the way. Maybe 20.
I feel like if you're out in the wide open
I
boat,
mean, depends how many. Like with bibs and stuff, you know he's gonna
Yeah.
feel it before you.
for sure. Yeah, he's getting. Yeah.
I don't know where you're going with that.
I don't either. You asked me about Buddy Jaron,
Oh yeah,
but
so he just kind of just free balls it like that. Gives no
Yeah.
shits.
yeah, no, he doesn't, and he really just has fun, and he's able to just kind of nonstop have fun, and he's able to kind of just like mix in little brand deals here and there, and he makes enough money to where he just gets to keep having fun every day, basically.
I gotta
So-
be honest, it's fucking genius.
It is, dude. Like nobody else that I mean, there's probably a bunch of TikTok people, but like he's in the
Like,
outdoor.
everybody's like he's dumb. Like he's smarter than you.
Oh yeah, dude. And he's like, I don't know how long this is gonna last. He's like, I'm trying to capitalize on this right now, and yeah,
Hey, I respect.
take it or leave it. Like I get it if people don't like maybe find it entertaining. Maybe some people find it annoying, but like,
I
mean,
actually, you found it annoying at first.
I don't even know if I did. I think I just didn't get it at first. Everybody's like, oh, but then you start watching it more.
I
You
think
start
it's fucking
actually,
hilarious.
you start paying attention to some of the videos, and you're just like, dude, the fact that he's just able to put himself out there like this and just, it's pretty hilarious. Well, and okay, this is one way I'll put it too. I feel like he's just acting like you did with all your best friends in high school, but he's doing it. Maybe nobody else's best friend in high school.
We'll do it when we're 40.
Well, but like he's doing it. He's just recording how everybody acted in high school with your very closest friends, and you're all just being ridiculous. I feel
It's like you never got out of 7th and 8th grade.
right.
I feel like middle school. Like
Yeah, maybe middle school is the better way
awkwardness of
to
it.
put that. But yeah, like he's just by himself.
his fucking turkey laugh is fucking.
Oh my god, yeah, that's hilarious.
What a free soul.
Yeah, yeah. You just
There's something to that.
Puts
Most of
himself
us
out
are
there.
uptight, right?
Uh-huh.
Most of us live with a stick in our ass. Not literally, but figuratively. You know what I mean? Like, tight. Like, can't fucking
Right. Yeah, he puts himself out there.
He should fish Champs Tour. Sounds like he can kind of go with the flow pretty good.
He can go with the flow, all right.
It'd be cool to see like Happy Gilmore style type of guy throw stuff too, like throwing stuff, breaking stuff.
Yeah. He'll just like
Cast further than everybody else. Hole in one.
Right. Yeah, dude, he'll just like break a pair of sunglasses and then
Like
for a
run up on his front deck to
YouTube video.
cast, like Happy Gilmore does with his drives. You ever Happy Gilmore a cast? I don't know if that's not a thing in fishing. Like Happy
you're,
Gilmore,
you're
like
goofing around, yeah.
you ever been golfing and it's like Happy Gilmore and you Happy Gilmore the golf ball and you never hit
I feel
it
like
that good.
especially people who don't golf, the first time they do golf, you always do that. Right? Like I'm already not gonna probably hit it, so like let's really go out swinging here.
Let's be honest, you're not gonna do this well.
Right.
Just make it more fun for us.
Right.
But it was one. I don't know. I feel like it made contact a few times. You usually miss though.
Actually, so last summer, two of my buddies got married, so I had two different bachelor parties to go to, and they both like golfing a lot. So like,
I got you.
I actually got into a pretty decent like routine of golfing for like a couple months there. Not like
really.
I wouldn't even say a couple months, but like 2 separate months for like a couple days in a row. I would go.
Did you
I
have to
went.
wear weird pants and everything.
No, I just wore regular
Hell
my
yeah.
fishing shorts and just regular pair of running shoes or whatever.
Perfect.
But yeah, I actually like started like hitting the ball halfway decent, and I'm like, dang, does this mean I'm gonna start to like sacrifice my angling abilities if I start to get okay at golf? Because I feel like it's one or the other. You don't get to have both. Golfing.
I mean, a lot of people try to do both, and it's just a matter of like, what do you?
I've always
some people
said
need the variety that way, right? And I need the
Yeah.
variety fishing. Like I need more fishing.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like I feel like I've always said golfing is for bad fishermen. Right? Like
Never thought of it that way, but
that's. I mean, I don't know. It's like
all my friends who fish and golf, that's fucking funny. You can't even deny that.
I mean, if you're gonna wake up and you're gonna just choose to go golfing over fishing one day, but like fishing is what you actually like more, shame on you. Like, what are we doing? That means you're just like, they're probably not gonna be biting today or something. Like, let's go golfing. Like, who says that?
That's fair weather as fuck.
Yeah, dude. Like, get out of here.
That's so vanilla.
I don't know.
That 6'7", that guy.
Dude, what does that even mean? I still am lost on that.
Same. I just said it. I don't know. That was the first time I've kind of actually used it in interpersonal communication setting.
I didn't like it.
I didn't either. It didn't feel good saying it.
I just am lost on the whole 6'7" thing. I don't even know.
Yeah, like 69 makes sense. Like,
Right,
why
that's
can't
always-
you make sense
Well,
with
okay.
what you're doing?
This
Like,
is gonna make me sound
maybe
like
not making sense is what's funny about
This
it.
is gonna make me sound like a boomer, but dude, I think I'd heard.
Shut up, Z.
I was listening to
Gen Y. Or
You know-
whatever the fuck you are.
Shane Gillis and
Oh, yeah.
Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast. So they were talking about it. They had the guy on. I think it's a rapper. It's a song apparently. And I think that's where it stemmed from. Was a guy. Some rapper had a song where apparently I don't know. I guess that's where it stemmed from.
About rapper had a song. Like, you're giving me nothing here.
That's
Like, rapper
literally
had a song.
all. I could barely understand the rapper when he talked. So
Was the rapper
Old-
old? But what about the boomers and the what? Like,
I was saying
you lost
I'm gonna
me completely now.
Sorry, I was gonna say I'm sounding like a boomer because I'm just like, oh, what are these kids talking about? You know, like
Oh, yeah.
that's what I was getting at with that. But I'm just saying, they had the guy on who had the song where apparently it stemmed from. They were talking about it, but
Oh, the boomer thing.
I feel like you're really getting lost on this.
Yeah, where they were talking about what?
They had the rapper on
Yep.
their podcast
Yep.
who had the song where this whole 6'7" thing originated from.
I gotcha. Oh yeah, 6'7". Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's the so.
So apparently
a guy's
there's-
claiming it. I don't give a fuck about that.
Well, like, I think that's what started it. Like the whole
Really?
6-7 thing didn't happen until that
Shane
song.
Gillis's fault, or the rapper's?
The rapper. They just had that guy on the podcast.
Because there's a rapper called 6ix9ine. JP showed me that guy. That guy's fucking weird looking.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
What have you been into for music lately?
I have been into. What have I been into? Random bunch of stuff. Let me look. A little bit of rap, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of. And then it's been like. Kind of 90s grungy stuff.
Yeah, dude, that's
like
dude, I can't get away from that. That's my
and then
90s
like some,
rock.
like, 90s hip hop, and then like 90s rock, and then some like weird like 2000s alt rock grungy shit.
The last like
not punk shit, but grungy.
Yeah. The last 2, 3, 4 years, probably 3 or 4 years.
And then like
I've been
Americana shit.
I've been like just diehard Alice in Chains, dude.
Bro, you can't beat them,
dude. They're
like for
so
90s
good.
Grunge, like I've never loved Nirvana. Like
Nirvana's
not saying
okay.
Nirvana sucks.
They're
good, but they got way more credit than Alice in Chains, and both of the guys died.
I know. Yeah,
like
dude,
it'd be one
Alice,
thing if one guy died and one guy didn't. I understand like death, like maybe puts
Right.
them in another like
right. I get what you're
catalog
saying.
or whatever,
Yeah.
but like they both died.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. Alice
Maybe
in Chains. Every album.
Nirvana's a little more main.
It's too mainstream. And Alice in Chains, like some of their songs are right, like Rooster, Down in a Hole, like a lot of the stuff's
great
like
tunes.
they are so good. But like also like those are the songs.
Their mainstream stuff is actually.
It's not as good as
amazing.
it's super. It
Nirvana's
is still
mainstream
super
stuff
good.
is. I get sick of
Overplayed.
it really
Yeah.
quick. It's too punk.
Yep. Yeah, I would agree.
It's too punk.
Yeah. Alice in Chains has got
Nothing
like
against
it's got-
punk, but it's
Alice
too
in Chains
punk.
has got some grit to it.
Too punk, not enough grunge on Nirvana. However, I will say this: Nirvana Unplugged.
Yeah, a lot better. Yep, I would agree.
And Chains is good both ways.
Yeah, they had a really good MTV Unplugged set too.
Bro, Alice, yeah. Like, if you have a shitty tournament, and you're
Nutshell.
just not
Put
doing
on
well,
Nutshell.
Put on Nirvana Unplugged or Alice in Chains Unplugged on your drive home. That's my two go-tos after a dog-ass tournament. Like,
Just start playing
just fucking crawling slowly into a hole. Losing my soul.
Yeah.
No, but like the Unplugged hits different.
Yeah, it
I will
does,
say
dude.
that.
I went through and listened to that the one day.
It's like a, more earthy grunge.
Mm-hmm.
Earthy grunge. The
All
fucking
right.
Gen Zers have like no clue what we're
They
talking
don't get
about
it.
right now. And the shit is so like some of all the mainstream shit.
Right.
No offense to all you mainstream folk out there, but your shit's dog.
Yeah, dude.
Like it's so
Dude,
bad.
all of the best music was made before 2000. Most of it. 95% of the best music was made before 2000.
I think it's so subjective.
It
that
is.
It's hard
That's
to
my
say.
opinion. That's my opinion.
But what it's become,
yeah.
there's like you have a resurgence of underground music going on right now. That's never happened during the 2000 to 2015 era because of the internet, because of people's ability to get the word out. You do have a resurgence of like some pretty good old feeling like stuff that you don't hear on the radio ever, right? And there's like that is huge, like getting bigger and bigger and bigger. But anything that's mainstream is like it's corporate propaganda bullshit as far as I'm concerned. My God. Like the outlaw country like movement going on right now is like the actual one is
Would that
badass,
be-
but like they're trying to.
Would that be
there's
like
a mainstream corporatized aspect to that is just like
is the outlaw country? Would that be like Whiskey Myers, Red Clay Strays, that stuff?
like Whiskey Myers? I would say yes. Red Clay Strays just starting to get a little mainstream.
And I don't even.
Tyler Childers before he got off drugs, great example. Like more Americana, outlaw country. Like those two blend a little bit. Coulter Wall, for example. Like there's some people who would call him outlaw country. There's some people who call him Americana because he's such a songwriter, you know. So it's like, yeah, that whole movement. Like kind of that bluegrass movement.
Yeah. Some of that I like, some of it I just can't really.
I'm with you. It's a very acquired taste. Yeah. And there's some people I'm like, they're like, if you heard these guys are so good, I'm like, oh God. Yeah. Sounds awful.
I also just
but then some of the best shit I've heard is that genre. So
sure.
I'm just maybe picky.
Yeah. No, I would
like
probably...
Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. If nobody's heard Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats, it's like the most nostalgic sounding. I've showed you him.
I'm sure you have.
It's like you wouldn't guess he's. You wouldn't guess it was. Yeah.
You'd guess it.
But
was
he's
older.
just not recognizable enough to, like, say that's who it is from older. But it's like, there's a lot of people like that coming back.
Sure.
But most people never hear about them because they're, you know.
Never like break it out, like never break it big or whatever.
No, they don't have a record deal that decides what the fuck they, you know, it's
right. It's like they have the talent, but they don't get the, they don't end up getting that pathway or the opportunity to like make the next step, or maybe they don't choose to. They just are like
skip Nashville, like they don't get into the top country. Like it's like there's not a place for it. Sure. If that makes sense. Like country, you got Nashville, right? Like then you got Hollywood and you got New York, and like there's just it's not like it's music. It's not.
Yeah.
But all the big record labels are here, and here.
Yeah.
If you don't, maybe Atlanta.
It's almost like they want to be. You have to like pursue them, and if you're not, they're not really looking for you, kind of thing. Or
well, I mean, if you watch any, you know, old music documentary of bands and stuff, right? It's like. The producers want to sell records. That's all they give a fuck about, right? So once a band comes out with a hit, the label wants them to recreate that, and it's like takes the whole art away from it. But that's like manufacturing music, and that's what they've done with music. That's why if you turn it on a country station, you're gonna hear 5 to 7 chords, and you're gonna hear about 8 different dogs dying, and 10 different colored hairs leaving the guy.
Bro, that is the worst genre of music.
What kind of truck? Well, not like mainstream country is awful, and it used to not be that way.
People love it so much too.
Oh, dude, it's and
especially like am I wrong in saying like 10 to 15 years? I just remember like
call
growing
it butt
up
country. It's fucking butt country.
Yeah, I just remember growing up as a kid and just like, oh, Kenny Chesney, and it's just like, dude, I
at least respected that a little bit more.
And maybe that's a bad example. I don't listen to it, so I don't know who like were the actual good ones or who was but I just
now they're putting 808s on it.
Oh, dude, I just remember growing up to like some of my parents' friends would like, you're wherever you are and they got music playing. It's just like your standard radio country music, and it was just like
So you don't like old country, and
I can appreciate it a lot more.
90s country is
sure. I'm not gonna ever pick that to like.
You could
put
say
it on
that
the
was
radio.
manufactured country, but I would say that was butter, like that was buttery country.
Yeah,
like
I can
in
at
the
least
90s, and like
I can at least respect that.
country.
I can at least respect that, but I just am not gonna choose to like listen to it if I have. Like if I'm the one picking music, I'm definitely not putting that on. But
it used to be butter churning country. You know what I mean? Like, man, this guy's voice sounds like he's churning butter right now. Like he's turning butter in his mouth. Like this guy's voice.
Yeah.
Like, but my God. Like this guy, for example. This guy's turning butter. John Anderson.
Oh yeah, Uncle John.
Yeah, like this guy's churning butter, and it's like now it's just butt country, dude.
Taking my truck mudding and drinking beer.
It's
and
just like you got like, this guy, this guy, and this guy, and they're all trying to sound this. Like, no offense, but Luke Bryan would be a prime example of butt country.
Luke Bryan makes music for guys who reel lures up to their rod tips.
Hey, the chicks
I think Gerald
might
Swindle
like him.
said that once. I'm pretty sure he actually said that one time.
Like, he might be a cool guy and all, and he's probably laughing straight to the bank, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Like, he's got the last laugh in all of this, but you can't tell me that's fucking not butt country.
Yeah. Well,
and that's
dude,
like top
also,
40. That's like
if you're
the
gonna
top
be
40 country
if you're gonna be a
charts now.
country singer and you're gonna sing in this southern twang, you'd better just casually talk in a southern twang. Don't start singing and then all of a sudden have this accent. That's what just drives me up a wall, dude.
I don't disagree.
You're not this guy you're singing about. Stop.
Well, totally, dude. Most of them aren't.
Right.
That's what's kind of cool about Coulter Wall. Like, you know that story?
Yeah.
He's literally a rancher in Saskatchewan. Like, that's his full-time job is he owns a ranch and he ranches. He won't even
didn't
go
know
on a
that.
podcast, right?
I didn't
and
know
he's
that.
very strict about his tour schedule, right?
right. Well,
and
hey,
he's signed to a
this guy
label.
has
He's
earned
I
a
know
little
he's
more
signed to a
respect
label,
from me.
but, like, that's badass. Like,
Yeah.
the dude that, like,
Probably putting all his money back into the ranch.
the dude don't give a fuck and he's for real. Like, I can respect that. Like a Seth Fighter type, if you will.
Seth Fighter of newer country music.
I mean, Seth Fighter's no rancher. He's fucking Bloomington boy, so I won't lie about that. But, like, he don't care. Seth
Yeah.
don't, like,
can-
that not give a fuck attitude is
Certainly,
kind of like something
certainly
I can respect.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's-
for us slightly more timid.
That's what
folk.
makes him so cool to root for and get behind. Like, it's just his. Yeah.
I mean, it's been cool getting to know him and, like, getting to know him better, like somebody I looked up to like that, right? But, like, I'm scared of him. He's got, I think, a really nice new attitude going into this season.
I remember you were
so.
saying that, I think, on the Noah podcast, weren't you?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I really think so. And I can, yeah. But
Yeah, dude. He'll have a good year.
so you fishing team trail next year too? Then
No, I can't swing them both.
I got you. So no Damien. What are you doing with Damien then? Nothing.
He, I don't know if that he's completely made up his mind. We'll still fish some stuff around home. Like I was talking about that Round Lake Open in Hayward. We'll fish that together next year. I'm sure we'll jump in a couple different, one-off type tournaments and stuff like that. But yeah, last I talked to him, I don't know that he's really planning on doing much for tournaments next year. Might just be doing kind of.
No.
Who knows? Might his thought process might change month by month this winter. Who knows? But yeah, I don't know.
Say
He might.
it ain't so.
Well, we've always talked about.
It ain't the woman, is it?
No, it's not that.
I'm
hey,
just saying.
it's
I'm
early.
not saying it's causation. I'm just
Well,
saying there's a correlation.
It is early. But
I like her. I'm not
think
saying I don't approve. I
she's-
just want to make sure.
she is a
there's-
nice girl. She's a
just
nice
not
girl.
make sure she's not getting in the way of the passion.
No,
that
I
that
don't.
man
I don't
has, the
think so. And she
God-given
likes fishing.
one.
She really likes fishing.
It
so-
seems that way.
Yeah, they go fishing a lot. So
She's
No.
just not in tournaments. So they'll just go
No, I don't
fishing
think it's
together.
that at all.
I'm
I
just
don't-
kidding,
Yeah,
Damien.
okay.
I got to give you a little shit.
Oh yeah, we do. We definitely do. But no, I don't know. I think I guess we'll just let him make up his mind. I guess I don't know. But he'll be fishing.
Good.
But yeah.
I like that, dude. The bearded dragon.
The bearded dragon. The wrestler.
Yeah, he used to wrestle.
He was a wrestler.
And man, I couldn't do it.
No, dude. Me and
Can
you.
you imagine
Well,
wrestling?
no. If we were gonna wrestle, we'd have to wrestle each other. That's it. We couldn't compete with anybody else except for someone who looks like you or I.
Even if, like, I feel like I had the can-do attitude of Spider Monkey. I don't know if I have the ability, but like, if you told me I have to put on that suit
Oh my
and go wrestle
Oh,
somebody, like, just like, no, I don't want to. How about this? Like,
dude,
I just don't feel like it. What if I just don't feel like it? Because that's how I'm feeling right now.
Dude, imagine you or me in a singlet. Dude, we would look so ridiculous.
It's a Jew.
Yeah,
Like, I'd look straight out of Auschwitz. Like, I won't
100%.
lie about my figure. Like, yeah, my metabolism's great, but like, not
dude.
in that outfit.
Dude, we're
Not in that outfit.
we're long and slender, dude. We are not
I gotta be honest, man.
like you've always said. We got negotiating arms.
We do have negotiating arms, dude. But dude, you look at wrestlers; they're fucking anorexic. Like, wrestlers at I had wrestlers at my school, and they'd like
That's true. There
not
were
eat
some
for 2
lanky-
days and eat like 2 oranges for lunch. And it's like they're trying to shed 15 pounds in like water weight. Like so they can weigh in and fucking anorexically
weigh in less, but then
like,
as soon as they're done weighing in, they can put on some more weight. And
yeah, like, dude, you're literally wearing a women's one-piece swimsuit.
Straight up.
With with legs,
like
with,
compression
with
shorts,
thigh
basically.
legs on, basically. Like, no wonder they get diseases, bro.
Do they get disease? Wrestlers get diseases?
I have no idea. Oh yeah, like the ringworm.
Jesus.
Remember learning about the ringworm?
Not really.
Yeah, like it's like a
ring. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And then like anybody who fights or wrestles cauliflower ear, but that's not a disease.
Yeah. Damien's got that.
I wish I had that.
I know,
love
dude, because you get.
dude.
He says it earns you a little street cred if you're out and about and you get in a little bit of a scuffle or something. Like back when he was in college, he goes, people would see that and they'd be like, "Whoa, all right, hey man, we're cool." They'd kind of back off. They saw cauliflower ear.
Interesting.
So if you're gonna pick a fight with somebody in a bar, make sure you got a buddy with cauliflower ear.
That or go to the grocery store and stick it in there. Buy some cauliflower.
Oh,
put it in your ear. For the street cred.
That went way over my head.
You don't actually have it. You can manufacture it. It's not that funny.
No, it's not. That's why.
It's kind of a dad joke, and I'm not even a dad.
It was right in front of me, and I went right over my head.
It's okay, dude. It's a later night podcast. You're gonna need to be that delayed tomorrow to catch bass.
100%. You set the hook too early tomorrow, it's game over. You're not catching that fish.
How long do you think we've been recording?
2 hours and 48 minutes.
That's got to be one of the more accurate guesses.
Was
I've
it?
seen. Did you look at the
No,
time?
I 100% did not look.
2 hours 42 minutes.
Oh my gosh. Hey man, secret hidden talent right there.
Yeah. You want to wrap it up?
Sure.
This is Teal's Bass Galaxy. I'm about to wreck them on the Hayden Anderson Signature Series Spin Boss tomorrow.
And you could go take a hot shower now.
And I can finally take a hot shower. Holy shit. Thank you.
Plumber Hayden checking out.
Yeah, and if you're still a real one and still on the water, you should probably check out this swimmer because I ain't got no derbies with it coming up, but you'll whack them on it. It's the YG Labo Witch Shad Reel. You can find it at Thorne Brothers. Pick you up some Smeltnators, Vocelka Fish and Spin Boss, maybe on the Black Friday sale. Save you 25% on that bad boy. And we'll see you at the lake.
Blah blam.
Blah blam. Hold on. And Crawfish Man.
What's his catchphrase?